Hello. Hello, hello. Happy Monday for everyone I haven't seen during co-working today. And welcome in or welcome back to everyone who I did see during co-working today. I hope y'all are doing really well. It is good to see all of you. Let's go. 30 stream streak. Very slay. Very slay. Let me actually scroll down to see who got first crew. Because I think you guys are really fast again. Maggie, Esther, Anna, Donna, and Nora. Congratulations. Please enjoy. You're part of the cool crew today. Esther, welcome in. Nora, welcome in. Yule, thank you so much for redeeming the Tour My Shell. Pauline, welcome in. Anna, welcome in. Pastel, thanks for redeeming the Tour My Shell. Maggie, thank you so much for the 35 stream streak. Social Sciencer, thank you so much for redeeming the Tour My Shell. Donut, welcome in. Bloomstad Simmer, welcome in. Maggie, welcome in. Cuckoo, welcome in. Pastel, welcome in. Yule, welcome in. I need to breathe. Whew. Joa, welcome in. Elia, welcome in. Maggie, thank you so much for redeeming a Tour My Shell as well. Naomi, welcome in. Jelly Sam, welcome in. Magda, welcome in. Carolina, welcome in. Thomas, welcome in. Elia, thank you so much for the freaking 35 stream streak as well. Chris, welcome in. Joe, welcome in. Ellie, welcome in. Anna, welcome in. Erica, welcome in. Bad Bunny, welcome in. Olympia, welcome in. Riri, welcome in. I'm skipping it, welcome in. Peacekeeper. Said your whole name. Said your whole name. I normally just say peace. Help, my brain. But welcome in. Jelly Stem, thank you so much for redeeming a tour. Donut, thank you so much for redeeming a tour. Ashara, welcome in. Carolina, thank you so much for redeeming a tour. Lil Nubu Creates, welcome in. Social Science Nerd, welcome in. A Terrible Sound, welcome in. Anna, thanks for redeeming a tour. Also, thank you for redeeming the Hi. I'm new. If you have any questions, feel free to ask at any time. But Anna, of course, welcome in. Tia, welcome in. Bird, welcome in. Myalithia, welcome in. Micah, welcome in. Joanna, welcome in. Yule, let's go with that streak. Thoughts, welcome in. Anna, thank you so much for the streak. And other Anna, thank you so much for the streak. We have a 3 stream streak and a 30 stream streak. Alma, welcome in. Nuts, welcome in. Joanna, welcome in. And thank you so much for the freaking 35 stream streak. Danny, welcome in. Jane, thank you so much for the 5 stream streak. And yeah, unfortunately, sometimes you have to start over. It sucks. I have this in Embers. I literally, like, I'm not even joking. I have to start over like every 3 streams because then I miss one. I'm like, oh, dang it. Jess, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're all doing so well. How many Annas do we got today? Honestly, I think like 3. I think at least 2, maybe 3, maybe 3. Also, Nuts, thank you for streaking. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but alas. It's I mean, that's kind of part of the point of the streaks, but isn't it a new month now? I had like 20 something. No. It keeps counting. There's people that have like 365 day streaks. It keeps going, so it doesn't reset every month. You can just keep going. Well, I guess technically for forever if you wanted to. Also, Cheery Choo Choo, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Or Choco, sorry. Why did I say Choo Choo? I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Thank you so much for redeeming the Hi, I'm new. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But welcome. Okay, guys. I just found out a really disturbing fact. I've been watching this creator for like years at this point. Even met him twice in real life. And I just got a recommendation on my YouTube. It's not actually super disturbing. It's just like my brain is not wrapping around it. That kind of disturbing. Some of you might know the Minecraft creator. Question to anyone who watches Minecraft content. Does any one of you know the Impulse's real name? I just saw a clip from Skiz, Mumbo Jumbo, and Impulse talking about their real names. I'm like, I just saw it literally like 10 minutes ago. Not even. Well, maybe somewhat 10 minutes ago. Okay, so I know Mumbo Jumbo's real name because if you follow him on Instagram, it just says his real name. Also, hi, Senator, welcome in. So Mumbo Jumbo's real name is Ollie, which I feel like Ollie is like such a British name. It fits him perfectly. Then I was today years old when I learned that Skiz's name is Andy, which I don't know. I guess that fits him for some reason. I can see that. Like, that makes sense. Do you know what Impulse is called? His real name. Little clue. His name on like every platform is Impulse SV. SV are his initials. His name is Scott. Yeah, it is, Ashara. You know how shocked I was to learn this? Also, hi, Chris. Thank you so much for the 30 stream streak. Let's go. You know how weird it is to, in your brain, first of all, know someone by a certain name. Like, I've watched his content for the past 3 years, and in my brain, he's fully called Impulse. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So, like, first and foremost, I had to process. But, like, I don't know. With Mumbo and with Skiz, I learned their real name, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. But I don't know. I cannot match the name Scott to Impulse, which probably, you know, it makes sense because I'm living within what in my brain is the perfect version of a Scott. That is Scott. Like, no, but I think it's hilarious. I can't. Also, he doesn't look like a Scott to me. I've met other Scots and it made sense, but with this one, I'm like, no. Scott is your great uncle. My Scott is your great. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Also, Joe, welcome in. Hello. It's good to see you. And Danny, thank you so much for the 5 stream streak. Thank you. And Sarah Nell, welcome in. It's good to see you. But yeah, I literally, like, I don't know. I just found this out and I showed Scott and he was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And then I was like, okay, now I have to go stream. And you bet I'm telling stream this. Also, hi Triz, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. So here's me telling you guys, because I just got very confused over this. It's kind of like meeting someone else with your, like, if I had met another Rosanna, like I've had that once with Ross, and with Ross I'm like, no, but you know, like, I feel like your name makes sense for you, even though we're very different people. I still feel like the name fits both of us. But I also once met a Rosanna, like, once in my life. That's the only time I met a Rosanna, like, IRL. We were working the same event, but she was lovely, by the way, like, no shade to her, but she was like a lady in her 50s. And she was not giving Rosanna vibes. Like, that name just did not fit her. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. And then I asked her what her nickname was, and she's like, yeah, I primarily go by Anna. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense because you're not a Rose. I can't explain it, but it just doesn't make sense. My best friend in high school had the same name as me, and we used to sit next to each other in class to piss our teachers off. See, now that is some good best friend energy right there. I love that. And there are 3 different spellings that I know of. So when I meet a person I wrote with my name, I ask them which spelling. Yeah, I can fully understand not using your actual name online. I mean, obviously I have my actual name in my username, but I don't share my last name. Because also it's like, it's kind of like, it's good to remain like partially anonymous, I think. I've only met one Rosanna before you, and she's not very nice. Okay, so let's forget her immediately. I only know Tango once met some fans at a meetup at a coffee shop, and they needed to ask him a question and called him the name they got from him. Oh my god, that's really bad. Do we know his first name? I feel like I might have heard his first name somewhere at one point, but that is a really bad way to get doxxed. Which, like, I know it sounds really strange to say this, but at TwitchCons and stuff, I'm always a little bit panicked to pay for things. Unless I'm, like, obviously just with, like, close friends who already know my full name. But, like, at TwitchCon, if there's, like, a party and you go out and you buy drinks, like, I actively take out my cart from my wallet and cover my name. Because I'm like, exactly for this reason. Because it only takes one person to just read it and then it's out there. I can't share my academia stuff. That is true. That is true. That makes sense. That is honestly, I feel like that's a good reason to want to do that. I think the only challenge, the main reason, which is I think I spoke with Jane about this, because in Germany they have the or at least partially the same rule, but in Germany, you have to have your address on your website, which for a creator is just completely crazy. But when you're like in the Netherlands, if you register a business, as soon as people know your first and last name, they can look up your business. And if they look up your business and it's registered to your home address has to be public. So for me, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't want my last name out there for the sole reason that that would potentially lead people to my house. And then still, of course, you only need like, you know, not everyone has bad intention. And if someone finds it, they still might not use that information for bad things. But I don't know. It's just not a comfortable thought of having that out there, you know? Yeah, it's really easy to track people with very little information. That is very transparent. I know. Yeah, if you do commercial stuff, you have to have a full imprint on your website in Germany. But yeah, it is very easy. There's many Instagram and TikTok accounts of like people who, like, there's one lady, I love her account, it's hilarious. She like started a challenge where she said, no matter how anonymous you are, I will be able to find out your birthday. And then people started commenting on her videos and they were like, haha, I'm sure you can never find mine. And the way that she, like, I would say has a track record of 95% out of the time she can actually find people's birthday with literally just their Instagram profile. And then she basically, what she does is she uses the profile photo, the username. She like uses the little info that you can see in a bio, even if an account is like private. She goes into who that person is following and who they're following, like who they're followed by. She then cross-references that information against other social media platforms. And she literally, I would say 95% of the time finds someone's birthday and eventually therefore finds their real name. Because usually that information is like stored in a similar place. And it's like low-key crazy how easy it is, because she makes like 30 seconds videos about this. She does like multiple a day. So it takes her maybe 2 hours to actually find someone. As private isn't really private and needs an imprint. Yeah. Which is crazy. A lot of people of Twitch didn't know my real name before TwitchCon 2023, and they heard it there and they were like, yep, nope, that does not name. I actually don't think I know your real name. By the way, no pressure to say it now, but like, I just realized that I don't think, maybe I know it. I might have heard it at one point, but in my brain, you're like, yes, you're called Nuts, which is honestly, if you think about it, a weird name, but it works. It is so easy to find someone's name, birthday, address. Yeah. No, mate. I get from an olden day perspective why this information to a degree needed to be public, but I think it is in no way, shape, or form that law or rule set or something really needs to be updated in the digital day and age. Wedding pictures that aren't locked behind a password is not private and need. What? That's ridiculous. In Sweden, our addresses and names are public for anyone. Yeah. I think here, to a degree, they are as well. Yeah, now I'm like actively thinking if I know. I might know when you probably when you tell me, I'll be like, oh yeah. But in my brain, you're just like, that makes like, it makes sense why I forgot, because in my brain, you're just called Nuts. Pictures are private data and you have, that is insane. Oh, I do know. Yeah. But you know why the only reason is I know is because you once sent me post and you signed it with your real name, and that's when I realized what your real name was. But I don't think you've ever told me in person, and I also don't think I heard it at TwitchCon. I think it's because you once sent me a card. I still have the card, by the way. I save all of my like stream posts and things that I get. I have like a little memory box for stream things. But yeah, no, I do know. The moment you said that, I was like, okay, yeah, no, I do know. I think only anyone not legal adult or otherwise has protected ID has their info hidden. Wait, how do you mean that, Erica? As in, like, does that mean like adults have their info hidden, or like specifically kids have their info hidden? But yeah, it's definitely one of those yuts. We're just gonna start you calling yuts now. Yeets, yeet. But also Maddie and Tanisha and Fiery Cute and Marilyn and Skyfeather and Morg and Love Ghosted and Triz, welcome in. I hope all of you are doing well. Oh shit. You weren't allowed in school photos. Oh damn. Like, I knew that, like, I obviously know that, like, protected identity exists, but it's one of those things. Hi, Noah, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Which I guess, like, purposefully, you're not supposed to know about. Like, it is supposed to be sort of a black box. So, because otherwise, it would be easy to figure out how hidden identities work and then work around them. So, like, it makes sense that, to a degree, it's not, like, common knowledge to understand how hidden identities work, but I don't think I ever given it much thought. The other kids were jealous and asked questions. Oh no, I can totally imagine. Like, as a kid, you probably, like, you can't even fathom a reason for that. So you're kind of just like in your head, you're just curious. Like, you can't even imagine that there's like a serious reason for that. Kids and adult stuff for some reason. Yeah. Okay. So just like we're talking about, Erica, like, you can be under like some, it's not necessarily witness protection, but like literally like protected identity. That makes sense. Yeah. You don't remember what you told them? No, I can imagine. That must have been weird though. That must have been weird. Like, it's good that we have those systems though. That like exists for people. It is crazy that you need to use it though. Like, on one hand, it's really good that we have systems like that in place and that there's processes and that, you know, you can actually have a hidden identity to a degree. But it's also crazy that that's necessary. But I hated getting my picture taken and you still do. So you were happy. Yeah. I think it's like in a sense, exactly like you're saying, like, it comes with upsides if you hate getting your picture taken, or if you're like a super private person or like a super introverted person. I guess to a degree can be nice to just have like a really, really clear excuse to not have to do all those things. But yeah, I can also imagine that it's like weird. Like, it obviously it's not, you know, it's like it's not a day-to-day life for everyone. Exactly. You like to stay private. Yeah. Like, it fits with your personality. Also, Durana, welcome in, and Sage, welcome in, and Lizzie, welcome in, and Marilyn, thank you so much for the 30 stream streak. Let's go. Yeah, exactly, Erica. Like, it's awful that we need them, but it's great that they exist. I think I first learned about things like witness protection and stuff, like 100%, I'm pretty sure, through like crime series. And I remember in the beginning being like so fascinated by the concept. Like almost from sort of a scientific point of view, where I was like trying to analyze like what that must be like to literally just vanish off of the face of the earth, because that's kind of what it's supposed to look like. Like, you just disappeared and like no one knows how to find you anymore. How well do we think my laptop is going to cope with running stream and Canva? Good question. I've recently noticed that Canva is more stable, knock on wood, honestly. But I haven't had any issues anymore since like the past, I don't know, 2-3 weeks or something. But it's definitely a gamble. It is definitely a gamble. If we don't see you anymore today during stream, we know it went wrong. Ooh, good luck, Anna. That can be rough. I mean, I feel like we haven't had any like game-breaking updates recently, though. I think like the last big one was Adventure Awaits, which, I mean, obviously wasn't super long ago, but Um, it's like like for instance, the really big bug fixing update that they released recently. As far as I know, none of my mods broke. I do know I saw this in the Discord, like in the Sims Discord. What they always publish like big changes or like code files for people that make mods. And they posted a heads up that they're switching like a specific back-end system for processing certain graphics, which basically means that every mod that touches the UI of the game, every modder is going to have to switch to that new system. It's like a different file system or something. Like, I didn't exactly understood it. It's like they're moving from one Adobe program to the other. Again, like the purpose is to make things more efficient and smoother and better and more future proof. But I read that, I was like, oh God, like it's good that they're giving the mod, like everyone, a heads up. Like, I'm genuinely very happy that I saw this post, and I think like the date on that post was weeks into the future. Like that, they're definitely giving a timely heads up for modders to get their shit fixed. But there are so many mods, like really good, really important mods that tamper with the UI of the game, that I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. It's gonna suck for everyone involved. For modders, because they have to go and like fix it. For community, because everyone's gonna have to update so many of their mods. But also for like Sims vibe-wise, because when a lot of mods break, the worst of the Sims community comes out. Like, I am not even gonna lie, the worst of the Sims comes out. I know, it is. That is so crazy to me. That's like one of the wildest takes. Like, you can say about EA whatever, you know, like obviously there's a lot of reasons to not like EA as a company, especially now with the buyout. But the theories that people will spew on the internet, the theories that people will cook up, like they're intentionally breaking mods. No, they have no reason to do that. There's some people who already say, like, there's literal people just lying on the internet. They're like, yeah, they already took out diversity. They already forbid modding. Like, there's people just straight up spreading lies. For I don't know what reason exactly. I don't understand what the purpose of that is. And they're like, yeah, and it's already really bad, and like you can't play the game anymore, and it's like all the mod, like there was one person who was even posting about like that they were apparently like putting how do you say this, when you get like a fee or like a fine, they were fining modders for creating mods that had diversity in them, and I'm like, what are y'all lying about? They're looking for proof to justify the outrage they already feel when yes, that is so, oh my God, you just perfectly worded that. They are looking for proof to justify the outrage they already feel when things aren't totally designed only for them. Yeah, it's like the entitlement in its purest form, but it's just like it blows my mind. Like, I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like when a lot of mods break, that part of the community always comes out of hiding and starts like screaming on all social media platforms. The amount of times I get people like whining underneath my videos, literally like being so dramatic, like their life is over because something in The Sims doesn't work. And 9 out of 10 times it's their own fault. Oh, no, 100% and 100%. Like, I think 2 weeks ago, there, I don't know for anyone if you kept up with this, but there's like a really big, I wouldn't call them a Sims creator, to be honest. It's like one of the main sources of leaked information. So like when expansion packs leak or when stuff leaks, like this account is very often responsible. And it's also someone who has been very, very, very involved with making the game available without paying for it. Again, you can think of that what you will. I think there is a lot of arguments to make for both situations, for both sides. It's an argument I don't really want to get into on stream, but this person literally provides something for free that gives a lot of people the opportunity to play the entirety of The Sims for free. This person was harassed to a point that they said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna quit. Like, that is how crazy this community can get sometimes. And I hate that so much. Like, I'm sorry, but that just makes me so sad sometimes to like be a simmer. I'm like, oh my God, like that is unfortunately also a very loud side of the community. So a lot of people assume that that's like the entire Sims community. And that just makes me really sad because I'm like, how can you be that entitled? We've had literally people like Twisted Mexi who make the build buy mod, the better build buy mod and the tool mod have also faced crazy harassment because there was a big update and their mods broke and they didn't immediately fix it nor posted about it. They were literally on their honeymoon. They were on their honeymoon and didn't respond to social media posts for 2 days. There were three types of people. There was the first type, which is the healthy type, that just let them be and was like, okay, this person will get to it when they get to it. Then there was the second group who immediately started speculating that they must have died. They were like, they haven't responded for 2 days. Surely something absolutely terrible has happened to them. And then there was the third group who started sending them death threats of like, you better fix your shit right now. Like this is like unacceptable. You have to go fix this or we're going to find your like private information. We're going to dox you publicly, blah, blah. Like it is insane. Oh, yes. Oh my God. Yes. Turbo Driver had exactly this issue as well. No, 100% Pastel, 100%. It baffles me every single time it happens. Yeah, 100% Erica, 100%. No, that's valid, Donut. I would have the same. Like, honestly, I do not blame any of the people that decided to just stop posting. I saw something earlier about like another creator got doxxed almost. Yep. Yeah, 100. That has happened. I think someone even got doxxed fully at one point. Wouldn't surprise me. But GS is going to be deleting all their CC. Yes, because people keep stealing their designs. It's like, sometimes it's so fucked up. I'm like, how? Why do we have to be like this as a community? Like, it's just, it does not make us look good at all. It doesn't get us anywhere either. But are voluntary and under no obligation. Yeah, 100%, 100%. It's like wild. People are really entitled. And I don't know. I'm just always a bit disappointed when I see that side of the community come out again. Like when that side is really loud. So when I saw that post about them going to change like something fundamental in the UI, I was like, oh God. In like a couple of weeks, that's gonna suck. One, because, you know, I'm gonna have to go through the whole process of updating mods, and that's just a shitty process. It's like, that's not anything against the modders or anything. It's just, if you have a lot of mods, that's your own responsibility to go through all of your mods and make sure they're not broken. But it's just frustrating because it takes a lot of time. And that's my responsibility, my choice, because I'm deciding to mod my game that heavily. But like sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I just was playing vanilla. It would be so much easier. There is technically a mods manager, yes. But so there are two. There's an unofficial one, which is nice, but I don't know. I've noticed that for me it's pretty glitchy, so I never really rely on it. I just do it manually. Technically, The Sims is officially partnered with CurseForge. So a lot of mod creators put their mods on CurseForge. I think theoretically that is a good idea, as in, well, I mean, aside from the fact that CurseForge, like the owners are terrible people, but like if you look at The Sims, I think there would be one huge issue or like huge solution for basically all the issues is if you were allowed to run multiple instances of The Sims, just like in Minecraft. If you could run different versions alongside each other so that you could basically run a version of the game that matches with all your mods. Because the problem with CurseForge is they have to screen and approve mods that are being uploaded. So very often what you'll see is there's a big Sims update. All of the mods break. A modder will fix the mod immediately upload it to their own website and immediately upload it to CurseForge. But anyone that is using CurseForge to update their mods won't have access to the actual update for like another week or two. So that results in people not being able to play the game for like 2 weeks because you have to update. Like, even if you put your EA app in offline mode, it very often still forces you to update, or just prevents you from opening the game. Yeah, so most people revert back to downloading it from modders' websites because then they immediately have access. But that means that you do have to download it yourself, put it in the folder yourself, maintain the version yourself. So like then it becomes a whole administrative process, which for if there was a solid mod manager, that would be taken care of. But because there's no single source that has a, like accurate information available, that it's just almost impossible. So yeah, I think it's a huge flaw in the game. Like, I think I think Minecraft has done something really genius with that, like allowing you to run different versions of the game. And then still, if you run an outdated version and it has issues, Minecraft's pretty clear about it. It's like, yeah, you're running an outdated version. Like, yes, there's going to be a bug. If you want to get rid of that bug, you need to update to the newest version. But like, still allowing people to play on an older version, I think, is a pretty smart move, actually. Games should have built-in mod managers. I guess. But at the same time, it's not a, like, yes and no. I don't know. I think like The Sims is already, like the team of The Sims is already really accommodating to modders. But I also don't think it's the responsibility of a game company to let people mod the game. Like, some game companies think it is. Some companies don't. I don't know, actually. But like, yeah, the struggle with mods was insane. CurseForge is like, it ended up being not a great solution. I do not think casual simmers would understand running old versions. I don't know. There's also casual Minecraft players, and you learn. And like, then there's people who will make a tutorial for you, and like, I don't know. I think it could work. It's just, yeah, then people would have to learn something, but I mean, that's also okay. Then people have to use their brains for once. Dabble in CC, but I just can't be bothered with mod management for my specific gameplay. I don't find the mods that are essential for me. But there would be a few I would jump in and out of. Yeah, that's fair. That is completely fair. The MCC bot that notifies you of the mod updates. Yep, I know. Also, I'm waiting for my game to start up, by the way, in case you're wondering why we're still yapping. I clicked start, but it's just loading in the background. Also, SodaStorm, welcome in. And Ethereal Capricorn, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And Geetour, welcome in. And Lily, welcome in. And Molly, welcome in. And Courier, welcome in. And Faye, welcome in. And Clackadol, welcome in. I hope all of you are doing so well. But yeah, I agree with you that it would definitely be a big mindset shift in the community. I think if like, even in Minecraft, for instance, in the default Minecraft launcher, I find it a bit more of a difficult process. Like, if you manually try to mod Minecraft, it's not an easy process. But there's like really good launchers, like Prism or Modrinth, that like easify this process. And for me, I feel like nowadays it's pretty easy to do. And I do think that something like that for The Sims would be possible as well, where it's a very intuitive process. Excited to get new CC. I know new CC shopping is so fun. It is so fun. Doing good, just a bit tired after a long work day. That makes sense. I hope you can get some rest. Thank you. I was already wondering if that was the case. I was like, oh, another Capricorn. That is a coincidence, but thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. I really like it. It sounds so nice. It is such a pretty name. I love it. I love it. I still do not know how to install MCC. I wish. I mean, that makes sense. Again, installing mods manually in any game, I think is, I genuinely believe it's more complex than doing it through a mod launcher, but for The Sims, it just doesn't really exist. The downloading process of CC is boring. Yes, I agree. The shopping part, fun. The downloading part, boring. The using part, fun. Also, we're still waiting. This is the best side of having a modded game. It literally takes minutes to start up at this point. There we go. Oh, I should have complained about it earlier because now it started up. Speaking of, oh my god, while it's loading, because it is still very much loading. Do you guys want to see Ninja's video? It's very short. It's literally like 17 seconds. But Ninja sent me an update. I sent him a message. I was like, "Hi, do you have a little update from your mustache?" And he was like, "Yes, I do." So he made a little video message for all of you. Hold on. I'm just gonna make sure that you guys can actually hear it as well. Hold on. That is. I need to move this to my other monitor. There we go. That's better. Okay. 70 seconds is long enough. Exactly. Don't read that out of context. Anyways, let's go. I'm so happy, Anna. I'm so happy it worked out. Look at that mustache. Look at that mustache. Absolutely slaying it. Hold on. I'm going to quickly make sure that my sound is a bit lower. I hope that it's like sound-wise, it's good for you guys. You guys can't hear it. Stupid wavelink. I unmute it and it just doesn't work. Where is that sound coming in? Oh, no, this is my fault. It's not Wavelink's fault. I messed up. Let's stop blaming Wavelink for my mistakes.
Well, we did it. We're here. End of Movember. Thank you all so much for your time, your energy, and your donations to a great cause. I wish you the very best, the warmest of holidays. Thank you so much. Bye, all.
Nice, right? Did you guys notice the posters? Hold on.
Well,
look, it's the Sims posters. It's the Sims posters. But yeah, look at that mustache. Absolutely slaying it. I still love that he decided to join it. I think that's really cool. I mean, obviously not, you know, there's been so much involvement from the Sims team. You know, with the big donation that they did with sending me codes for the expansion packs that I could give away, Ninja joining in with the Shaven. It's really a big honor that so many people on the Sim side wanted to be involved in the fundraiser from the last month, and they really genuinely made an impact. So yeah, it's really cool to see. I love that. And I love that he actually did it. Like, I jokingly asked him at TwitchCon and then he actually did it. So that was nice. Right, the posters look familiar. I immediately said, I was like, I love those posters behind you. And he's like, I thought you might say that. And apparently it's a meeting room in the office. Which I love. I love that they just like casually have those like little game things pop up. Like, it makes sense. But it's fun. I think it's pretty cool. I am gonna load into my game. And I think I'm going to create a copy of the Seriously Blank save file so that we have like an empty save to place all the builds in. You used to have those posters. Wait, you had those posters, IRL? No time pressure, no motivation. Jane, I mean, time pressure is here now. If you want to get that tour. Okay, let's quickly... I know you guys can't see the game yet, by the way, but that's just because I'm quickly creating a save. Movember shell tours. There we go. And I have to make sure that you guys can actually see it here as well. Okay. So the names that you see above my head are basically the tour that we're doing and then the tour that is up next. I figured that would work. I got in today because I have autism group tomorrow and wouldn't be able to make it to stream. I love that you made it today then. That's amazing. I'm going to grab my little list and first up, we have you. I am very excited. I can't wait to see what everyone has done with the shell challenge. I think it's going to be so fun. Ooh, what? Oh my goodness. Okay, so where is this? What law are we on? Which world are we in? And it's in the oven right now. I did that especially for you. I knew that. Oh, see, comment. Yeah. Should have probably used my eyes before asking questions. Okay, 4030 lot in Windenburg, top left corner of the map. Perfect. These owners wanted to build a big castle, but they only had a limited amount of puzzle pieces to work with. So hereby they present the budget castle, trying to pretend it's a lot more than it actually is. And if you look closely, you can find its real purpose. Oh, true, Jess. That is true. Okay, so we're going to go to Windenburg. Also, a Savvy, thank you so much for the streak. Top left corner. I think that one. But this already looks so good. Also, I'm going to open my water bottle, and this water bottle has the tendency to sometimes, like, squirt water when I open it. Okay, it was okay. No need to panic. But that is a genius description. I love it. Let's place the lot. I am so ready to steal inspiration again. To look at all these shells and be like, oh, I can do that next time I'm building. Okay, so we are looking at it in build mode. So that means that all of these effects, you guys are going to have to pretend like there's crocodiles here and mosquitoes and fireflies and stuff, okay? Or not mosquitoes, fireflies and what are they called? I know the name. Dragonflies. So those are flying around above the water because we're not in live mode. You can't actually see them. Wait, I love this actually attached to the bridge. That's such a cool idea. That's very realistic. Okay, okay. You absolutely ate this up. I am blown away that you actually made this with the weird shapes that I gave you guys. Holy shit. This is so good. This is so good. Also, I'm seeing some interesting plants growing on the rooftop. Okay, okay. But let's actually go inside. So if you enter, there's like a big courtyard. I like that. That's a really smart idea, by the way, of like using the shapes and then just basically almost like creating a room, which then is also a courtyard. Like I love it. I love it when you guys get really creative with literally like the spacing of the rooms and connecting them together in a way where I'm like, I don't even see where the original shell was. Like I see it, but I don't. So you have like the big main gate that you enter through. And then over here we have a little space with some gardening tools, like some upkeep tools for the courtyard. Here we have some more upkeep tools for the courtyard. This has like a beautiful statue and plants and everything, like a very royal garden, I see. And then up here you can go in and there's 2 rooms or like, yeah, basically 2 sort of like connecting rooms. One with a ladder that goes downstairs and one with a ladder that goes upstairs. So let's go upstairs first. Ooh, this is where the actual house is. I like what you did with the place color-wise. Can I say I am... It's very glitchy, yeah. That's very much The Sims. That's round walls for you. Can I say that I'm like actually impressed you managed to use a red carpet and it looks good? Like, that's difficult to do. But I love it. I also love the carpet around this statue like this. It really puts a good emphasis on it. It's a bit of a wild card. No, but it works. Speaking of something that we have to fix really quickly, game options. I have to turn off the stupid floor sparkles. I hate them so much. Pack settings. Dust. I need to bust the dust. Where are you? There we go. A budget castle. They would probably have red carpet. No, but it makes sense. They would be red carpet people. Like, I can totally see that. But I think this is such a smart setup. So they have like a big open living room, dining room, kitchen concept, which actually looks very royal. Like, you used all the right furniture to make it look very luxurious. Then there is this bedroom, which also, by the way, I love. I love, love, love the color combination in this, like the teal with the dark brown. And then we have another double bedroom. And then we have a bathroom at the end of the hallway. Very nice. Oh, there's also just a toilet on this side. So we technically have 1.5 bathroom. Very nice. And then this is where you enter. I like this. I love the colors that you used. It feels very like, even though it's a budget castle, it still feels rich. And now when you said if you look closely, you can find its real purpose. I am curious what is in the basement. Ooh. They make wine. But it's actually, is it like a speakeasy? They should probably fix that hole in the floor though. That doesn't look good. Because that door is hidden. They make wine and other stuff. Yes, yeah. So they like make illegal booze and you can come drink it here or taste it here. That is so nice. I love that. Wait, that's actually really cool. That's such a cool story behind the build as well. And I feel like this is a good winery. Like, it feels realistic. I like the setup a lot. And this is genius. I love that you were like, I have a random room back here. What shall I do with it? Yeah, they need to finance their castle. Exactly. Like, eventually they probably want to upgrade from a budget castle to a big castle. So, you know, they have to get involved in certain activities to make that budget. No, but literally, I'm blown away. Also, I can see why they now have a garden. I am curious, how do they get here? Is there a way up to the rooftop? Or do they just teleport here? Because I don't see the stairs. There's a ladder in the back. Am I blind? Oh my god, that is fully hidden. That's so smart. Okay, so your Sims can like come all the way up here. They can harvest all their stuff and then they can go downstairs to make the wine and the other booze that we don't speak of. But this turned out so good. I am literally blown away with the fact that the thing that you saw when I presented you with the shell was a castle. That is a visionary take on the shell, and I love it. I love it. I think this is really, really, really good. This is incredibly creative, and I love that there's a story to the build. I loved like the little description that you wrote, but also in the basement, like the hidden meaning or like the hidden purpose of the castle. I don't know. I feel like it fits really, really well. You did not see it immediately. I can tell you that much. I started over like 8 times. Well, you eventually saw it. That's what matters. You eventually saw it. But I love it. I think it is really, 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 really well done. You absolutely nailed the vibe of a castle. And I love how you very smartly use the space and all the shapes to make something that space-wise actually makes sense. Like, this is fully functional. Also, hi there, Fleora. Hello. It's good to see you. Flabbergasted by the level of talent. I know. That's what I'm saying. I think we should all give a big, big, big round of applause to the one and only Yule who made this one. You can join in on giving a big round of applause by typing !clap in the chat. That is something. I can rent that castle. Yes, you can rent it. Or I'm just saying that on behalf of Yule, but I think we can all rent it. As a community, we can rent it. But you did absolutely amazing. You did a really good job at turning this shell into something beautiful. So I'm happy to hear that you had fun. And is it very, oh wait, how expensive is it? Actually, for a castle, that's a very fair price. In this economy, in this market, I think that's a very fair price. But thank you so much for joining in on the shell challenge. I'm happy to hear that you had fun and you created an absolute masterpiece. We're gonna mark that one as complete, and then we have the next one, pastel. I'm gonna start with the first username, and then let's see if we can find it, and then if that's not the one, we'll try the other one. But thank you for joining in again. I love shelters so much; they make me so excited. Okay, I think it's this then. Yeah, that's the account. Let's go, Movember Shell. No, you're all good, pastel. You're all good. Also, Liv, thank you so much for lurking. I don't remember, but my brain is also tired. So we can just be tired together. And then now you said hi and I say hi back. And I hope you enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so this is, I think, is this Newcrest? I think this is Newcrest. Your friendly neighborhood queer community center. Wait, that's so fun. Hold on, let's go to manage worlds. Yes, it's Newcrest. Okay, perfect. I think I know which one of the lots it is. That is fun. That's also a really creative take. I'm already excited to see what you made. I love shelters. They make me so happy. Let me quickly check size-wise. 30 by 20. Yeah, it's one of these, I think. And I think it was this one. If I looked at the lots next to it. Also, hi, Mama Sim Streamer and Jennifer, welcome in. And Wasabi Simmer, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. No? Oh. Oopsie. I thought that was the one. Wait. Oh, no. I know where it is. I know where it is. Yeah. I always mix that up. Yeah, it's the top at the screen. For some reason, when I see them in game, I feel like they look super similar. Because here you have like 3 lots next to each other, and here you have multiple lots, and for some reason I always confuse them. But then I think it's this one. I think, and otherwise that will do. I think that will be good enough. It's either that one or the one to the left of it. Hi Febs, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Oh yeah, that is it. That looks very familiar. That looks very familiar. So let's place it. Let's put it as a recreation center. I was waiting for you to go, nope, again. Me too, kind of. Subconsciously. I think I was waiting for that. But then I got it right. Hee hee. Ooh. I see you kept the heart shape. That is cute. That is cute, but you added the mustache to the sides of it. It kind of looks like a heart that is wearing like one of those rocket backpacks. Like it can like take off. Does that make sense? Are you guys seeing that too? And I mean that as a compliment. Like I think it's a really good shape for the build actually. I feel like that's also just a perfect fit for the theme of the build. Like this is where your heart takes off, you know? But this is really cute. I like how for some reason, because you kept the roof flat as well, it does really look like a community building. Yes. Oh my god, it also does look like one of those heart and scroll tattoos. You're absolutely right. I didn't see that at first, but now that you say it, I'm like, yeah, I totally see that too. But I really like that you kept the heart shape. That's really cute. But again, I feel like with the vibe, everything you went for, it really does feel like a public building. I like that a lot. I don't know. It's just I like it when buildings in The Sims like make sense. The truth is, you can't do round half walls. Really? I did not know that. But Sims, get your shit together. That is really dumb. I don't think I've ever tried, but I assumed you would be able to. But that is, round walls are one of those features that I'm like, they have so much potential, but they really need some work. They're just incomplete and glitchy. But I already love seeing this. I love having like the playground. I'm very like excited about the playground features that we now have. You had to cover up the end bits. No, but it's smart. You did it. Ooh, I didn't mean to grab that. I absolutely did not accidentally press F1 when I was meaning to press escape. That has never happened to me. Oh well. You didn't see anything wrong. No, nothing happened. We just get a free loading screen, you know. The Sims is treating us today. There we go. Okay, I don't want to hold on. I don't want to see any spoilers. I was checking the outside. This is cute. I love axolotls. They're so cute. I love all this wall art and stuff. It really, outside, it really feels like people have made it their own space already. So far, so good with Canva. Only 2 freezes. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. But I like that there's a playground in the back. I already think that's really cute. Let's take a look inside. Like saves where every lot built from the same that would be so cool, Pastel. Oh my god, that would be such a creative project. But yeah, you did so well with adding the plants on the round bits. I think it actually works out perfectly. Oh, can I just say that I absolutely adore the color scheme that you went for on the inside. It looks so playful and so cozy and so vibrant and so happy. And I see all of the pride items that you used. I love that. This feels very welcoming. I would absolutely love to go here. Like this is just an immediate mood booster. It looks pastel, like you are living up to your name. So we have a whole bunch of things. There's like a boba bar. There's a bunch of game tables and the foosball table. There's like a proper kitchen for Sims. They can hang out and have chats. They can play music. They can read books. I love that you also have a really good mix of things to do for kids as well as older Sims. Like, I feel like this can just like it can double as like a playground and almost like a daycare as well. Like there's so many opportunities to actually use this lot, if that makes any sense. Like it can be a community center, but it could be in storytelling. I mean, it can be so many more things. I love that we have bathrooms in both of the mustaches. That is very smart. So there's like full bathrooms with showers and stuff as well. And I see a potty even. So if you're playing on this lot and you're coming here with toddlers, they can actually also use the bathroom. Very smart. And then there's a ladder that goes down here. So there's like a little back door that takes you downstairs. Wait, there is a gym? That is such a good idea to put that in the basement. I really like that. And again, I love that you kept like a lot of the shapes of the shell. Because I think if you look at it like a puzzle shell, you didn't take apart the puzzle pieces. Like only a little bit with the mustache, but other than that, you kept the basic shape and you still made it look like a lot that actually makes sense. And I think that's really impressive. First rule of the basement is we don't talk about the basement. No, literally, it kind of feels like a little bit of a Fight Club, but then I don't know, like in a like a potentially like a healthy, supportive way of like a place where you can kind of sort of like get your energy out. Does that make sense? But I like it. This is very nice. And I also love the wallpaper and the flooring that you picked in here. For some reason, that just makes it feel even more like, I don't know, like a, sorry, like a proper basement, you know? And it is such a big contrast with the build that is upstairs. Like here, everything's colorful and bright and pastel and cute and like cheerful. And then you go to the basement and it's like just rough. Just rough. But I love what you've done with the place. This is so good. This is also, like I said, it's like it is such an incredibly functional lot. Like I could 100% see myself play here, if that makes any sense. Like this is just a lot that you want to have in your save file. And And also the vibes. I absolutely adore what you did. Like, I love all the Pride items. I love all the colors. I love all the little bits and bobs. I see the imaginary friend is here, all the little kids' decorations and toys. Like, I don't know. I want to be a kid and go here for like a play date with my friends. I love it. Absolutely love it. You did such an amazing job. I think it is time for a big round of applause for Pastel in chat. Everyone, make sure to give a big applause. And also just in general, like if you guys are seeing the build and there's, you know, moments where you're like, oh, I love this part or this is super creative, like feel free to pop into chat and also say it. I think one of the funnest things when doing shell tours is that it's obviously I'm touring it, but everyone in the community can pitch in when they see things they love. You know, I think shell tours are one of my favorite things to do because they always feel so like uplifting and celebratory. So yeah, you did phenomenal. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you had fun with the shell, but it honestly looks like you had a lot of fun. Like this looks super cheerful. And again, I'm so happy we now have like proper playground equipment because now it genuinely feels like you can build an actual playground outside and it all comes together super nicely. So I love what you did with it. Let's freaking go. Let's see who's up next. Then we have Social Science Nerd. Let's mark that one as complete. And let's grab that one. And then let's see where that one is. Movember show. Oh, I'm already really intrigued with what I'm seeing. I think, which lot is this? Is this, the lot from the Cats and Dogs World? Brindleton Bay? I feel like this is Brindleton Bay, right? Yeah? Okay. Hold on. Manage rolls. I was like, how can I fit this into my castle? I actually didn't do it. No, that makes sense. That makes it. But I also get it. Like, I get that you wanted to add it in there because I think, honestly, it's genuinely one of the best additions that came with Adventure Awaits. Like, I genuinely think the playgrounds are such a game changer. Yeah, the shelters are also kind of like me playing Sims GeoGuessr. And trying to remember all the lots and find the worlds in the world finder. My God. Similar idea to Pastel. Okay, I already love it. Let's see. What's a lot size? I think it's on this corner of the map because that's where I don't build very often. So it's a 40 by 30. Is it this one? I feel like that's the little marina next to it, right? Inside my Shuno to the better. I could also replace my decorative playground, right? Like, I think Simmers for such a long time. No, by the water? Is it this one or this one then? Or this one? No, that's a 40 by 40. Is it Tail's End? Me too, you. I feel like community lots. I always forget that that's an option. Is that weird? One of the two bottom ones. Okay, so then it's this one because that's the right size for it. So let's go there. I made my lemonade a little bit too strong. Also, sorry. Did you know that Susie's on my desk again? Susie's on my desk again. She is sleeping on the little thing. She's being so cute. Okay, so it's set up as a pool. So it's a public pool. Let's go. I'm already really excited. But she's like sleeping with her paw like across her face. I don't know if I can like show you. Hold on. Because I have the cat cam set up, but like as a full screen thing. Although maybe I have, no, I do have the cat cam here as well. Oh my God. You can't, oh my God. You can't really see because her head is like right behind. She's like laying like this. I'm going to very carefully see if I can rotate her like a little bit. It really took her quite a long time to wake up. Like I was slowly rotating her and she didn't even notice it initially. She is so big compared to Toot. She's like a good size bigger. Yeah. But look at her. Being such a cutie patootie. I love that she actually discovered that she can sleep on my desk. I love her. Okay. I know, the little hug blanket. I put it up there and now she's like refusing to let me move it. Hold on. I just realized I think I can actually make the frame a little bit better so you can see a little bit more of Seuss and a little less of my keyboard. I think I can fix that. Hold on. Ah! It's like reversed on my stream, so it's hard to do this sometimes. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's a bit better. Now you guys can actually like properly see her and less of my keyboard again. Look at her being absolutely adorable. I can't. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I had to just tell you guys about this because she was being too adorable. Ooh. Okay, I see, again, a very functional lot. I see, like, a pool, but I already see a bunch of other things as well. Why do we do have an emote of her? Although, no, we do. There we go. That's Seuss. That was when I accidentally took a photo of her mid-scream. Mid-yawn. She wasn't screaming. Mid-yawn. But okay, I already love this. I love how you actually split up all the building parts into like separate little buildings across the lot. That's very smart. I built this for my very veggie save, so you can come here with families. That is very nice. Again, so smart. I love that you actually use it to create a community lot that's just actually like very functional, because I don't think I have enough of that in my game. And I think a lot of people have that same struggle. I see a little gym area that we can check out. I love that there's like, I don't know, like different buildings and there's like posters and stuff on the side that really makes it look like a community lot. And I like all those little details. Like that's always so nice. Same pastel, same. I totally recognize that, but ooh, that's like a little arcade. Okay. So we're gonna check it out piece by piece. So let's actually start here in the corner. This is like a public bathroom. I think this is brilliant because you literally took all the absolutely weirdly shaped pieces from the mustache and you just turned it into a functional building. That is so smart. Like you used all the weird shapes to just make like separate toilets and showers and stuff. That is very, very, very smart. Because this was a very weird shape to work with and you used it very ingeniously. I love it. How the hell is this one building? You somehow made it one building and I think that's very smart. Ride a water slide on a community lot. I don't think I've ever done that, but I will definitely be doing that from now on. Like I can never fit it in a garden either because that thing is ginormous. And I love that the pool is in the middle and then things are like kind of around it. I feel like that makes a lot of sense as well. That really makes the pool feel like the heart of the lot. Then over here we have the gym area. Okay, so this is where you can come to work out. And this, I see this is also where we have some stairs into the basement, so I'm going to check that out as well. We have a little basketball area here. Then we have a little playground for the kids with a swing set and the monkey bars and a little kiddie pool and a sprinkler. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that would be perfect for kids in summer. I see the water bucket for them to do like water balloon fights and stuff. And then we have the little kids arcade. Oh my god, that's cute. It has so many toys. This is perfect to come with families. Like your adult Sims can go to the gym or they can go swimming or they can like do some reading or something. And then up here we have like a space for the kids to just hang out. And there's a stairway that goes upstairs that then has like the what is this thing called, the telescope, which by the way, again, genius use of putting that on a community lot, because putting this thing in a background, I don't think that ever makes sense. I also see it's a stage, by the way, so you can like Sims can perform here and then everyone like you could do like a pool concert. Yes, I also love how it's attached to the room. That is very smart. I feel like that actually makes it less weird of an object, if that makes any sense, because normally I always find this a bit of a weird object, but this makes it make sense, you know. And then I also noticed that there are stairs here, but I love that you put like a little fence around it, so Sims cannot just go downstairs. Like it's, you know, it's like a baby fence. Let's go, Mama Sim streamer. Thank you so much for redeeming that. Feel free to, oh, actually, yeah, feel free to make a ticket in the Discord to let me know what your username is. Because then I can actually like set that up, so then I know that it's you. But thank you so much for redeeming that. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. But yeah, let's go take a look downstairs. Oh, this is so cute. It's like a little nursery. For like when you Sims come here and the kids get tired, they can just take a nap. And there's like a little bathroom back here with a potty as well. Also, I should use this wallpaper more often. I love this wallpaper so much, and I don't understand why I almost never use it. The kids always get tired. No, but that is such a fair point. So I love that you made like a little nursery for them. Because that, like, your adult Sims can just continue to do their thing, or like the kids or something. That wallpaper is from Snowy Escape, and it's so cute. Like I keep forgetting we have it in the game, but it's so cute. And then up here with the gym, we also have an additional bathroom downstairs. That is smart. That is really smart to make like a separate bathroom for the. Is this like? Out of curiosity, is there like a chair in here so that, you know, it's like an accessibility bathroom? And if not, then still you can use it for that, and I love that. That's like my first thought, that like someone can sit down if they're showering. Exactly. Is like people can sit down in the shower. That's such a thoughtful little detail. Like it's a little detail, but it's like a huge detail, you know? Like it really means a lot. That's so cool. And I actually feel like it makes sense. Like you have this separate bigger bathroom. Yeah, so ideally you have like a little elevator or something, but we don't really have that in The Sims. But we can pretend that this would be like an elevator or like a stairs with like a stair elevator on it or something. There's a shower CC out there somewhere, but the texture on it is weird. Yeah. I feel like genuinely people really put an effort to try and put like things like a wheelchair or accessible CC into the game. Some succeed in making it like a decorative item, but to me, it's still wild. Like The Sims has been doing a lot better. I'm not saying that they haven't put any effort in. Like there's been more accessibility things in the game, like having the thing. What is it called? Like the insulin meter, like the thing for diabetes. Obviously with things like the hearing aids and stuff, they've been adding like way more things into the game that definitely are important, like binders. Like they've added a bunch of scars, they've added like a bunch of skin conditions. Yeah, the blood glucose monitor, thank you, that's the word I was looking for. And I feel like they have really been trying to add a whole heap of things into the game, but I think in like the bigger, grander scheme of things, there is still so many things that are missing to like add really good representation in the game. Like I personally think having Sims that would be like in wheelchairs or walking with like walking aids and having ramps and stuff, I think that would be such a much needed update, because it's just like for so many people it's their day-to-day reality, and they are like not represented in the game at all. I can't walk one flight of stairs, but yeah. So like you can walk downstairs, but you wouldn't be able to sit in the shower or like stand in the shower for that long. So it does have a purpose. That's very true. That is very true. Exactly. Where's your cute walking stick? Like you actually have a really cool one. So I think you should have it in game, you know? How much that would, yeah. So that's the thing. Like I get why the wheelchair thing not like is a challenge as in like adding it in the game for should we or not, but like more the effort it would take to put it into the game makes it a more difficult decision. I'm just hoping that for like future Sims games and stuff, they take stuff like that into account from the get-go. Wait, you also have one with flowers? I didn't know, but I love that. That's so cool. But I love that you added that detail, Social Science Nerd. That's like, also Lauren, welcome to chat, by the way. I hope you're doing so well. It is very nice to have you today. But that is such a good detail. So thank you for adding that. Like, I know it might have seemed like, I don't know if you had like a super conscious thought process about it or if you just added it because it made sense to you. But I think for a lot of people, small details like that really makes them feel seen. Like I definitely feel that. And I don't even sit in a shower at all times, but I remember there were times where I definitely would, because I would just not be able to stand for so long because it was just rough on my body. Like if I have really bad EDS flare-ups, actually sitting in the shower is so incredibly comfortable. Like just having that warm water pour down, but not having to physically put the effort in to stay standing. So thank you for adding that. Like that's such a beautiful detail and I love it. I love that you did that. That is so cute. And this whole lot is amazing, by the way. I love how many activities you put in here. This genuinely feels like a good lot to come with your family. And I can absolutely see that you built this for gameplay. Like it is very clear that that was the purpose, is that it's a very, very playable lot where your Sims can just come and have a really good time. And at the same time, you also made it look really good. So I love that. You did wonderful. You did absolutely wonderful. Can we get some massive applause in chat? And there's also a crush with pink and purple with like a sunset sky. Stop, that is so cute. I love, like, genuinely, this is one of my favorite things when people have like accessibility aids and they like actually decorate it, or they have like a pretty version, or they really make it like part of their personality and like fit with them. I don't know, that's just what, to me, that always, like, when I see that, I really feel like for in a way it's like someone really like reclaiming like their sort of, how do you say that, like really making it just, you know, like not something that they're proud of. That's not like the right word, but like instead of being like, oh, I have to use this and then just using whatever, but like really making it like part of, I don't know the right word, like I'm trying to find the right word for this, but sort of reclaiming the meaning of it, I guess, and being like, you know what, if I have to use it, I'm gonna make sure that I like it, or something like that. Your crutches are full of pride stickers. That is so cute. I love it. Yeah, it's like they're not ashamed of their disability. Like it feels in a way like strange to say like they're wearing it with pride, because I think that's also not really the right way to say it. You don't want to be boring. I love that. But yeah, it's like a statement. It's like, I own this. Like I don't have to hide this. This is like part of who I am, and I'm gonna make it fit with who I am as a person, or something like that. Somehow do it wrong and people will judge me. That is also a very valid fear. Like I think I would probably have the same. Which is kind of like odd, because you shouldn't have to feel that way. Like, you should just be able to use it and not have a fear of being judged. But it's also very valid that you are like, but what if someone sees me use it and they think I use it wrong or something, or just in general, like, what if someone's going to judge it? So that's a very valid reason. Like, I think that that's in a way oddly normal. Like, it's, if you think about it, like, even with accessibility items, people get like those insecurities, and that's completely valid. Just an extension of me, rather than feeling like it's, yeah, exactly, thoughts, exactly. And I love that you can see someone's personality shine through that as well. And still don't tell people I'm autistic. If they notice. Fair. I feel like if you find the right people, they'll know, because they'll just be like, oh, I feel so comfortable with you, because they feel like a piece of recognition. That is true. It sometimes can help communicate, like, in a way, almost, especially if you have like an invisible disability. If you then have an aid, it almost communicates to the outside world, like it makes something invisible visible, which can lead to people initially like being more understanding or something. If that makes any sense. But apparently it's rude to say I sense autism in you too. I feel like that's one of those things, like, if you say that to someone who actually has autism, they'll probably be like, oh my God, yes, you recognized it. Like, and also I don't think they would consider it rude. But then I think because there is still, unfortunately, a lot of stigma on it, some people might see it as an offense. Like, it shouldn't be an offense. Like, even if someone says that to you, but you're like, oh no, I'm not autistic. Like, I'm happy that you feel some sort of recognition, but I'm not autistic. Like, I don't know. They can see it as an insult, which I don't think it should be seen as, but unfortunately that is the reality of things. So yeah, then it is considered rude, but I don't think it should be. But yeah, it is very true. If people can like visibly see, I had this when I was like walking with crutches, like for a completely different reason. It wasn't even EDS related, but like, I remember when I was in the train, people like, and I would ask, like, if I would enter the train, I would like ask like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, can I please sit? Because, I'm struggling with standing. People would almost always be like, oh my God, yes, go sit down. But nowadays, when sometimes like I've had this, especially still working at Top Desk, I had like really bad pain days, but then I would have to still go to the office. I know, social science nerd, you literally like sparked something, and I love it. But I would like be in the train, and after like an entire workday in the office, I would be dying. Like, I would have a migraine, everything would be hurting. And then I had to go home like during rush hour. And then sometimes I would come in the train and I would be like I would actively ask someone in a disability spot, by the way, that was like sitting in a spot that was designated to people with disabilities. I'd be like, I'm so sorry, but please, can I sit here? I'm actually like disabled and I have a really bad pain day. And the weird looks I would get from people. And I'm like, if I was standing here with my crotches right now, you would immediately stand up. But only because you can't see the proof of me having like a challenge right now, or being in pain or being disabled. Like, people look at you so weirdly. It's wild how much of a difference with your what? At the doctor's, and I used to dread having to use it. I would rather suffer than use it. I felt so much shame about it. Then partner encouraged me and helped me get a nice crutch that didn't make me feel like there was something wrong with me, and like an extra accessory I used. She noticed a huge change in my feelings towards my own using my own mobility aid, and how it impacted my self-esteem. I know not everyone cares about that, but it helped me. No, but that's lovely. First of all, I love that your partner noticed that was like something holding you back. And I love that they then also proceeded to notice the big change and that it like actually helped you a lot. That's amazing. Crutches. Yeah, I know. It's hard to say it. Like crotches and crutches is like, it's so close in sound. It is really hard to ask, especially because some people can get so incredibly rude about it because they don't see anything wrong with you, or because you look like a young able-bodied person. That you surely, you're just asking because you're lazy. The moment someone sees you with a disability is when they feel bad if they don't help. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Also, hi, Dea. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I've stood for an entire 20-minute train journey on crutches. Again, difficult to say. Because I didn't want to ask anyone to move. And no, yeah, I know. And it's like, it baffles me that people then don't stand up. At the same time, probably I've had the same situation where like sometimes I'll stand up. Like if I feel like I'm on a good day and like let's say someone with a visual disability, because of course I can't judge it if like someone does need to communicate it. Unfortunately, I wish I could see it, but not always can you see it. But like if someone comes in and I can see that they need to sit down or they want to sit down, or if it's like an elderly person, I'll always ask like, do you want to sit? But something that baffles me is that some days I am like really in need to sit. Like I just can't stand, especially if it's a longer train journey. And then I am sitting and then like someone like an elderly person walks in and I get judgmental looks because I'm like the youngest. And I have actually like one time there, I think there was like a guy who was in his, I think his 40s or something. And like an elderly lady walked in and, the guy was like looking at me, and then at one point he genuinely like he said, "Don't you think you should stand up for the lady?" And I was like, "Don't you think it's rude to assume that just because I'm younger than you, I don't have issues and I need to sit down?" I'm like, "What if I was pregnant? I'm not, but like, what if? And actually, I'm disabled and I'm in pain, so I'm not gonna stand up. Like, you stand up for the older lady. Why do I have to do it?" Like that guy was so rude, but then I literally like the funniest part was that the older lady was like, "I really don't have to sit down. Like I'm fine." She was kind of like offended that he assumed she needed to sit down. She was like, I'm not that old. I can stand." So then he had like two ladies who were like insulted by what he said. He turned bright red and then proceeded not to talk for the rest of the journey, which made me feel really good. I'm not gonna lie. It is really hard, Burb. It's really hard. Like I feel like it's you can be met with so much judgment that sometimes it's genuinely easier not to say something, and that is just so sad. Exactly, double shame. Double shame for him, which he deserved, by the way, because he was actually being a dick. Also, I just realized the ads have actually started. So that means that I do have to go on a quick break. But that means after the break, we're going to move on to the next shell tour. But I want to say thank you again, Social Science Nerd, for this absolutely wonderful shell and for adding such a small detail that sparked this wonderful conversation. I love it. This is amazing. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take like a quick 5-minute break. I'm gonna get myself some licorice because I'm feeling like it. So I'll be right back, okay? Hello. I'm back. Also, hold on. I realized I want to turn my heated chair on. It always feels like such a luxury thing when I'm like, I'm going to turn on my heated blanket and then I have a warm chair. But I hope you guys had a good break. Next up, we have Meggie. Meggie for the tour. I just got your username. There we go. Ooh, tea house at the shore. Let's see where we have to put this. Is this Nordhaven? No, this is also Windenburg, isn't it? I see the lighthouse. Or maybe it is actually Nordhaven. It is Nordhaven, yeah. Oh my god. Stick with your first description row. Relax from the busy buzzing of the town in the tea house at the shore. Everyone can find the perfect spot here to take a sip of tea based on the mood. You can also relax in the garden or while taking care of the plants in the greenhouse. Take your time to meditate or do yoga, either alone or during a class. In the basement is also a small pottery shop where you can observe the creation process or even try pottery yourself. Wait, that's so cute. Again, another community lot. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Also, look at Sus. She like actually stayed. I stood up. I gave her some cuddles. She purred. And then she fell right back asleep. I love her so much. She's being so cute. And Tut is behind me. She's on the scratching thing, like the cat tree. Oh. I genuinely don't know what I would do without my cats. Also, Farah, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing so well. Okay. The lighthouse is over here, so I think it's this one. Does that make sense for the size? Yes. Oh my god. Look at me actually knowing things. Imagine if you were a cat. Like, imagine if you can just do literally that all day. And that's all you have to do in your life. And maybe like eat a little bit, get some pets. Maybe every once in a while go poop or something. And that's it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, let's place the lots. Again, I love that we have so many like community lots, small businesses, stuff like that. It's so creative. Like everyone really put their like own take on the shell. And that's always why I love shell challenges. Like they just make me feel so inspired. They make me want to build. And then I realized actually somewhere this month the mods have told me a date. The mods have let me know that the shell they're making for me will be ready somewhere in the middle of the month. So I'm a little bit scared. Oh my god. You would love to play with the shell? You can if you want. You can still. As in, of course, indeed, like you're saying, like if you want to still submit it, you would have to finish it really fast. But the shell will be up on my gallery, so you can still check it out. Also says that welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. Look at this. Hello? This is wild. Also, Sinister, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I am absolutely mind boggled by the landscaping here. Oh my goodness. I'm curious. Did you? Oh, well, I guess you must have tripled the pieces to do this. This is amazing. Like, when I was reading the description, I was curious to see how all of that was in one build. It's tripled. That is brave. Let me tell you, that is a brave challenge to take on if you have such weird shapes and you just triple it. But I am already absolutely blown away. The landscaping is like, I think it genuinely is one of the prettiest landscapings I've ever seen in The Sims. It is really difficult to do like a natural layout, I think, especially because the whole Sims is built on a grid system. What is the red tree? That came with Snowy Escape. It's one of the Snowy Escape trees, and this is one of the swatches. But it's really difficult to do because the entire game is focused on a grid system. So the fact that you managed to actually go for like natural landscaping and add all these little corners into it and like all the different exits and entries and stuff. There's like the yoga corner over here, and then over here there's like a little area to meditate. There's another area to meditate or do yoga, but more privately, next to a shrine. There's like all the little elements. There's more meditation and yoga. I love that like the entire garden just has spots for it. There is a hot spring that you can go into, which kind of looks like a natural pond, but technically if you go here, your Sims could go into the onsen. And I love that it just like, it wraps around and it like kind of meanders. You can meditate next to the pond. I want to go here with my Sims. The lot type is a small business. But I think if you, well, I mean, I guess things from businesses and hobbies were used, but like if you don't want to run it, I guess you could change it to maybe like a restaurant or a park or something. But this is so incredibly well done. Like I haven't even seen anything of the inside. I'm literally just here obsessing over the landscaping. But now I'm really curious to go inside. So I think this is like all the garden entries, but I think the main entry of the build, I noticed a door over here. I love what you've done with this, with like the overhang and the tall columns and everything. I think you really smartly went about using the shapes. Is it a glass roof or is it just open? I think it's just open. Yeah, it's just like a little natural indoor outdoor garden. But I'm really, yeah, how the hell did you do this with a puzzle shell? That it's like really impressive. Okay, so if we, oh my god, the interior is also absolutely beautiful. What the heck? So if you enter, downstairs first is like obviously the focus on the tea cafe. I am, wow. Wow. This is, you managed to combine so many things and make them make sense. I want to go here too, please. Like, can I please travel here and like just spend the after? This would be a perfect spot for our IRL co-working. Like, I would just like to co-work here. Thank you very much. I love that there's a more private spot back here, potentially for like a group or something. And then we have like all of the more public tables. There's like cozy chairs. We have like a nook next to the fireplace. I love all the little details that you added everywhere. Like it shows how much time you've spent on this build. It is actually wild. Then back here, you can take like the big doors. And then there's a big stairway that goes upstairs. I like that. That's a cool feature. There's also a bathroom down here, like a public bathroom. And there is the door that goes into the garden. So from the tea house, you can also go here. There is another bathroom. And there is another set of stairs that goes to the basement. I'm already really curious to see that. But first, let's go upstairs. I love how big this stairway is. I feel like that makes this upstairs space super welcoming. So there's more spots to have tea. I like that. I like how there's like all the tea sets everywhere. But then there's also a space to actually have some food over here. And there's a space to have some food over here. And I love what you did with these, like, what is it called? Like separators? Kind of like the double layer. That gives a really cool effect. I don't think I would have ever thought to use it that way, but that is really nice. That feels really realistic. And like, I also feel like if this were like a functional restaurant, like a real one, like IRL, I mean, this would be like one of those spots where they probably keep like the baby chairs or something. Like it's just hidden away, but like it's a feature of the room, but it's also functional. This is also where you can go outside to a really nice balcony, probably also with your cup of tea. And then this is that sort of indoor outdoor garden. I love how you added all the details like this and the rocks and everything everywhere. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. And more space to meditate. So if you don't want to meditate in the garden, you can also meditate here. This is so smart. Like the way that you've used all these weird shapes and then created something like half open, half closed. Like I'm blown away, like actively blown away. I haven't even checked the greenhouse. But yeah, that is like the main build, like the first 2 floors. I kind of want to check out the pottery shop in the basement. So you can take that stairway down and then you end up here. This is so cool. So you can either see here like how it's being made. Or I guess this is also where you can take a little class. You can see all the pottery that you can buy. This is I guess like a little workspace for the person that is actually running the pottery shop. Who built this? Meggie. So the first name that you can see above my head, there you can also see the gallery ID. So like the name at the top. So it's like first, second, basically. But this is really good. Holy shit. There's even a bedroom. So like if your sim actually runs this as a small business, and you know they're working here and really trying to keep everything running, they can technically even stay over here. I like that a lot. That's a very practical thing to do, but that makes it very playable, and I think that is very smart. We also have a separate bathroom with like 2 toilets down here with even a shower. You know, if someone has a little accident during pottery, you know, let's say they spill everything, they can actually go take a quick shower here. I like that a lot. But that's so nice. And then we still have to check the greenhouse. I'm already like literally, I keep saying it, but blown away. But if they want to go to the greenhouse, there's a door here that goes into the garden. And that basically has a pathway that goes over here. And then you can enter the greenhouse. Oh my word. I think we have to go into first person for this. We have to experience this. Hold on. So we're taking a little stroll. Like we're coming from the tea shop. Hold on. And we're gonna go to the greenhouse because we just need a little moment of peace. This is so good. This is so pretty. And then it's like decorative, but there's also plants that your Sims can actually harvest and stuff. This is so good. What the hell? I know, that's literally passed out. That's such a good description. You can feel how crisp the air is in here. That is a perfect description of what this like looks like. This is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, this is such a wildly functional lot. Like, if you're playing on this lot, there is so much to do for your Sims. There is so much to do for your Sims. And also, if you're running this as a business, I feel like this would be such a fun place to run as a business. Yeah, you absolutely cooked with this one. Like, you ate that up. It is so good. Holy moly. I'm obsessed. I think it is time for a ginormous round of applause in chat. This is, I can't even believe this is the shell challenge. Like, actually phenomenal. I don't even see the shell in here anywhere. You did such a great job. So thank you for joining in. I hope you have a really good eye for color. I agree. Yeah. But thank you so much for joining. And then we're going to go to the next one, which is Jelly Stem. Also, Feynman, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. For anyone, if you still want to join in on the show, as in, like, you can. I'm touring today and tomorrow, but obviously you can also just do it for your own entertainment. Like, it is a fun shell challenge, so. Ooh, I see a modern build. Okay, okay, okay. This is Newcrest, I think. Is this Newcrest? Or is it? Yeah, Newcrest. Okay. For a second, I was like, or is it Windenburg? Sorry, not Windenburg, Willow Creek, but it is Newcrest. Okay. So then we're going to go to Newcrest. I'm excited to see it. Completely different style already. I think that's also something that I really love about shell challenges and like shell tours. Even though everyone starts with the same box, somehow everyone goes for such a different style. Also, can we take... I just realized I don't know if it's the custom map mod that I have, but that lot does not line up with the map. I just realized that. I just noticed it now that there's a build on there. I was like, that's not correct. Hold on. No, I still clicked on Willow Creek. Bro, come on, focus. Newcrest. There we go. There we go. And then it was I think it was a 30 by 20, right? Oh, 30 by 30. Okay, that's easy because we only have one of those. We only have one of those, so then I immediately know which one it is. I'm curious to see. I'm excited. I am excited. But also, now that I'm seeing all of this, I'm kind of like, oh my god. Again, like realizing that I'm going to have to do the mod shell challenge. And I think my mods are not going to go easy on me. Sweetie was already teasing me that he was being very evil. So we're going to do that somewhere later this month. We're going to get back to some Sims building, but then with a very cursed shell challenge. They've also, I don't know where they've been discussing it. They potentially revived the old thread, but I just can't see it. But they've been discussing it somewhere, and I have no clue where. I haven't seen anything. Ooh. Yeah, of course, of course. I think last year we just basically I think Charlotte ended up uploading it to her gallery, and then we just shared Charlotte's gallery ID for people that also wanted to try it. Oh my goodness. Wait. Holy shit, this is also incredibly well done. This feels like the epitome of, like, you know, one of those like tiny houses, like super modern, eco-friendly tiny houses. Even though I can see, like, it's not really a tiny house, but like, do you see what I mean? Like those newer houses that people are building to like really blend in with nature and stuff. I love all the plants on the roof. This is very pretty. That I just joined the Planty last year during Movember. I know, right? I feel like I have that too in certain communities where I just like feel really comfortable and I really enjoy the vibe. And then I just forget that I haven't been there that long. Like, even though a year obviously is still a long time. But like in comparison to, for example, how long they've been streaming or something like that. But this is so cute. I love how it's a completely different vibe, even though, again, like it came from the same shell. But at the same time, I also see a similarity, like a little theme of like having the sort of the indoor garden and stuff like that. I like that a lot. I think that's nice. And that is a really pretty stone. Where is that from? Vampires. Don't think I would ever thought to use that in a modern build, but it blends very well. I like it a lot. Okay, let's go check on the inside. So, ooh, very pretty color scheme. Immediately notice that. So when we enter, we have a nice big hallway with like a mirror and a little side table. And then up here, we have basically, so we immediately have like the hallway that goes into the garden. That's a very smart connection. I feel like that is a very logical layout. I like that a lot. And then I like that there is sort of this mini indoor garden with the Zen stones, and it's like a little meditation spot. So they can access it from here, and then we have a little corner for a cat. Oh, this is very well done, because you're working with such a weird space here. So the fact that you managed to, even though this is such a weird space, make this entire thing really functional and sensible. It's giving wellness influencer. Yeah, but like in a good way. Yeah, like a little catio. Isn't that super cute? And then up here we have, oh, that's such a pretty kitchen. I love the light blue with the yellow. That's a really nice combo. I feel like just in general, like the entire color scheme of this house, it's the first thing I noticed, but it's very nice. And having like the chore board and the kids' decorations and stuff. This is really cute. The like little lunchbox for the kids, a little breakfast spot. And we have the living room. This is something I really want to get better at. Like, I love how you placed the furniture not in like straight lines. I love how you managed to bring liveliness and playfulness, and it actually looks like they positioned their furniture around the TV, because that makes sense. That's like, that just feels real. And I'm really bad at that. You were struggling with a weird shape. I feel like you did so well though. Like, I'm really impressed with how you used all the weird shapes. So the struggle resulted in something really pretty. I also like how you can go back here, and that's where the stairs are to go downstairs. And then you use that weird space here to make a bathroom. I feel like you really cracked the code on the floor plan here. Yeah, zero signs of struggle. Then over here we have a cutesy kids room. So I love how you made this so colorful. It's a little toddler room with all the toys and a little desk and all the books and all the like the dollhouse and stuff. I really like this. This is a cute room. And also it makes sense that the toddler is downstairs. Again, for playability's sake. It's really frustrating if your kids have to go upstairs. So upstairs, when you arrive, it's like somewhat closed, like a semi-closed bedroom, but it's just one floor. And this is where we have, I guess, the master bedroom, because it also has an ensuite. Again, very smart use of that weird space around the stairs. And this person, I think, is someone who makes jewelry, maybe has like their own little web shop or something. Simmerly, welcome in. Hello, hello. How was your stream? What were you up to today? I see you're playing some Disney Dreamlight Valley. What were you doing in the game today? I hope you had a really good time. And also get your ranks up. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. I don't know if I think we have some mods in chat, right? Can we get a shout out for Simmerly, please? For anyone hanging out here, please make sure to go drop your bump on the follow button. Practice your squats. It was good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that sounds like such a typical kid thing to do though. I hope your kid is okay. Oh no, that sounds terrible. Also ill, but also oh no. But I'm glad to hear that up until then, at least you had a really good stream. That's nice to hear. We're doing some shell tours today, so if you guys want to hang out, you're super welcome to. So we're basically checking out the builds that people made with my shell challenge for Movember. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Hold on. We have my cat on stream today. She's sleeping on my desk. Also, for anyone who's new, my name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. And on the channel, we do co-working, we do gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL. She's fine, but we just got a kitten, so she's being mid-treat. Oh no. Yeah, that's a good call. That is a very good call. That is unfortunate. That's such a typical kid thing to do. Oh, yeah. I can imagine that kind of took things out. But I hope you can relax after a little bit now. And good on you for booking an appointment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dude, it's who's in your spot. The way Suze is staring her down. Like, get the fuck off. This is my desk now. And now Toot is gone. Suze. I mean, it is fair. Fair and square. Toot has been there the entire day, so you get to be there now. Hey, Suze. Immediately washing herself. She's like, ew, you touched me. Now I'm disgusting. Yeah. Yeah. Why do you put your ears all the way back? There's nothing. You can just go back to sleep. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. But like I said, we are checking out Shell Tours, and we're currently touring a super cute modern house made by Jellystem, and I really like it. I really, really, really like color-wise what you've done with the space. She is such a diva. Oh my god. I love her, but she's a big diva. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh no. Oh my god. Kids can be like so silly. You're like, as an adult, you realize like how could you even think to do that? But as a kid, you don't realize. As a kid, you really don't realize. But this is super nice, and I like the desk setup. I like that I think they're like that story-wise. What I'm assuming is that they make jewelry and they sell it online. I also really like adding the bag on top of a sofa. That's such a cute detail. I'm gonna start doing that, I think. And then, like I said, we have another bathroom up here. So it's a bathroom with a shower, toilet, and sink. And then down here, we also, I think, have a shower, toilet, and sink. So I like that. That's very nice. I have to be clean and pretty, true. And cute. Clean, pretty, and cute. No, exactly. You just act on impulse. Okay, now I'm really curious what is downstairs. Wait, there's another bedroom. That's not what I expected. And that is also where I was already curious, considering there's a toddler in the house. I was like, is there a bathtub? But there is. So if you take the stairs downstairs, you end up in the hallway where there's like another little spot, like a little activity table spot. And then I think this is the room of, I'm guessing, a teenager. I see a pride flag. Let's go. This definitely looks like a teenager's room. We have like a little TV console set up. We have a desk set up with a gaming stuff and things. Yes, this is also the heart fully kept. And I love how you made like a little broom closet with the litter box in the basement here. That is such a smart way of using that space. That is really cute. And then in this bathroom, we also have the laundry. So we have a bathtub and the laundry. So this is like basically a bigger bathroom that the teenager can use, but you can also use if you have a toddler in the house. This build turned out really cute. I love what you've done with the space. I really feel like, again, also because I think you kept the build relatively small, like you just used it one time. You didn't go out of your way to then decorate the entire lot and like make it really like, I don't know, over the top. Because if you're playing here, I genuinely feel like it makes sense that this relatively small like modern house also has just a small backyard. It still has a pool. It still has like the swing set and stuff, but you didn't go and like make it out of proportion. And I like that because I struggle with that a lot. I would have seen this and been like, okay, need a big backyard. And then I would have felt like everything was out of proportion and I would have like struggled to see why. So I like this. I definitely feel inspired to also work more with smaller spaces and make them very detailed. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And thank you for that follow as well. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you did a really good job. I love this. Yes, of course, Sinister. Please go have a really nice nap. I hope you feel so rested after. But I think it is time for a mega round of applause. Thank you so much for joining in on this shell challenge. You did an absolutely phenomenal job. Very different to anything we've seen so far, which again is one of my favorite things about doing shell challenges, is that people have such different takes on what they are working with. And that I think is like a perfect example of creativity. So you did amazing. So thank you for joining. And also thank you for the follow just now. I appreciate it. That means that we're going to go to the next one. We're going to tick that off as done. And that is donut. That is donut. Let's freaking go. I'm going to open the gallery. Oh, I can imagine, Nadia. Good luck with studying. You got this. You got this, and welcome in. I fully understand. Honestly, some days you just want to game. You don't want to be productive. I hope you can still game a little bit after studying. But you got this. Good luck, good luck. Ooh. Another modern house. Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go. I love that you put this because I was literally thinking I have no clue where this is. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go to Tamarang. Very different vibes. Very different vibes. Oops. Uh-oh. I was just about to say my game is freezing, but we're good. We are good. Oh wait, I missed what costume. And now I have to screw up. Ooh. Company Christmas party. She'll be wearing an entire Christmas village that has a working train. Sorry, I completely missed that before. That is so cool. Holy shit. It's 9 p.m. Okay, yeah. So we're on the same time zone then. It's also 9 p.m. for me. But then it's definitely already getting a bit late if you still need to do studying. But then I still hope you can get some playtime in another day. But yeah. I had it all day today during work. I was like, I don't want to work. I just want to play Minecraft. Or Town to City. I know, Tamarang is really, really underused. I think because For Rent came with so many, like, literal game-breaking bugs, I think in a way a lot of people also unfairly hate on this world. If that makes any sense. Like, people don't like to use this world or play with the world, which I don't think, like, I don't know, the world itself is beautiful and really good. It's a 30 by 20. I think we only have one that has water in the back. I also didn't buy the pack because it was broken. That's completely fair though. I think it's this one. No, this one. That is completely fair. I do feel like they have released some patches already that did fix not all of the issues, but some of the issues. It was also like, yes, it was a very game-breaking bug, but it was a very limited amount of people that was experiencing it. At this point, I find it hard to know, like, is it fixed or not? I've seen like mixed communication about it. I've seen like the status of certain bugs. And I find it hard to estimate if it's like actually fixed or not. So I'm kind of waiting it out a little bit to see. But the style of the world is very good. And I love the culture that it adds as well. Ooh, we have another modern lot, but very different style. Very more, sure. Much more like, focused on a warmer climate. I can't believe that this is the same shell. But and now yeah, no, that is completely fair, yo. That is completely fair. Okay, that's the best lighting, I think. I love the color scheme that you went for. Like the darker grayish, bluish black. And then with the orange. Very nice. I like it a lot. Again, very different style to, like, same style as in also a modern build, but different style because it has completely different colors. And again, like, this is very focused. I think this is like the sort of volcanic stone path back here, and you know, having like a lot of focus on a bigger patio and stuff. I do feel like with the hot tub and things, it's really focused on a warmer climate compared to the other one. You were going for fancy. Yeah, it is really giving fancy. I like it a lot. It's beautiful. And I like how you did the landscaping because it really fits in with the patches that you see around. So if you're playing here and that white lot border is gone, this lot is gonna blend straight into this environment. And I think that is what shows good landscaping skills, is if you know how to make something like fit in with the rest of the world, so it looks very natural there. So you did a really, really good job on that. So let's go take a look on the inside. Ooh, again, like the darker swatches of things make it look very chic. I like it. I like it a lot. So when we enter, we have a nice like open hallway that is like split from the kitchen, but not fully. I like that you made this some sort of like an open wall. I think that really fits the modern concept that you went for. That's like a good decision. And I like how you, again, like you didn't really close off the living room. I don't use screens like this remotely enough in the game. I always forget that they are a thing, and now I'm seeing them and like, yes, this is such a perfect place to use it. I 100% want to start using them more when I see stuff like this. Also, this is genius. I just noticed this. That is a brilliant way to have a wall to mount the TV, to still have the stairs, and not lose any light from the window. Oh, I'm stealing that idea, just so you know. Borrowing it. Also, hi, Echo. Welcome in. Alicia, welcome in. It's good to see both of you. This is very, very pretty. I really like the color scheme that you went for in the kitchen as well, with the blue and the brown. That looks very rich, like in a good way. And I like how you added like the groceries and stuff into that window. I know how painful it is to actually get it there. Like, it's just annoying. So I know how much effort it must have taken to add those details in there, but it shows. Like, it really makes the build feel alive. I also like how you use like the sofa, and I think this rug is from it as well, from like that what is it called again? The maximalist pack. Because I'm a person who struggles to build anything like maximalism. I don't know how to say that. Decor to the max. Thank you. That's the one I was looking for. Because I struggle to use patterns, but when I see other people do it like this, I'm like, oh shit, that looks so good. I wish I knew how to make those combinations. So I'm learning, and I love it. From here, we also have the door I see to that patio. That's very nice. That feels very realistic to have a patio like this with like a grill and stuff if you live in like such a warm place. That's also where we have the door into the downstairs toilet. I like it. Again, with the blue. Very, very pretty. I know the peacock is perfect. Don't think I've ever used this. And now I'm like, oh, that's actually such a clever way of using it. Trying to go out of your comfort zone. I love that though, because you absolutely aced it. Then we have a little hallway. Stop. This is so cute. Wait, this is such a good idea. It's like a little hallway space, but you just made it like a book nook with like a window that you can sit in. Oh, that's such a perfect reading spot. I actually have a window like this in my house. It's like the best feature. It's very comfortable to sit in. Exactly, a mustache book nook. So I love that you actually integrated that. That's perfect. That is perfect. Also, oh my goodness, let's go. I hope you're having a really good time at DreamHack. Let's freaking go. But great use of space. That's actually brilliant to combine it like this. Like, it makes sense that it's part of the living room, even though it's like that sort of awkward shape, which is not easy to use. Like, you use that perfectly. I like that a lot. That is so good. Exactly. 99% of us would make that a bathroom. So the fact that you went for a book nook is super creative. It was fun yesterday. Nice. I didn't know you were going to be at DreamHack Starship. That's amazing. I hope you're having the bestest time. I really wanted to go, but it was so close to November. Like, it was literally the last weekend of November. So I was like, yeah, there's no way. But I'm looking into going to PAX Birmingham. I've like signed up as a creator. If I get in as a creator, I might like make an effort to go. It's like in spring because I want to see if I can explore some other conventions next to TwitchCon next year. That's like, what the hell? There's a hole in my licorice. And Friday and Saturday. I'm so glad you're having a good time. That sounds amazing. But yeah, I'd love to eventually go to a DreamHack in Sweden sometime. It always sounds like a really, really what the hole? I know. But it always sounds like people have a really good time there. Okay, so when we go upstairs, then we have the master bedroom. Again, with the use of like a lot of patterns and stuff, which I love. I really, really love that you did that. But we also, like, I see that you went for a warmer color scheme, but it still has the blue and gray from downstairs as well. Very, very fancy. I like this a lot. I like that the little desk area is here. They have their own ensuite bathroom. They have the big balcony up here with the chess table and stuff and the place to do some gardening. This feels like such a perfect, either like a home to live, but also a vacation home. I know Starship, but also I have been incredibly busy, so I just simply forgot. As in, I simply forgot that you said that you were going to DreamHack. I registered it, and then my brain classified the information as compared to all the other things I'm trying to remember as part of a big month-long fundraiser. I can't remember this, so I forgot. I would turn the rugs next to the bed, like opposite direction. Oh, yeah, I can see what you mean. Like, if you do it like that, I can see what you mean. But at the same time, I'm a sucker for symmetry, so I also like this. I also really like the symmetry in this. Like, it satisfies my mind. Also, Lisa, welcome in. It's really good to see you. Also, Madison, hi. It's good to see you as well. Okay, so upstairs we have like beautiful living space. I like that a lot. Let's see what is downstairs. Wait, that's so cute. It's like an actual basement. So there is an additional bathroom. But also we have like all the equipment and stuff. But at the same time, like you made it into sort of like a cozy hobby space with all the movie posters and a dartboard and like the pong table and stuff. It's like a little cave. And I like that. And then I love that there's like the laundry in here as well. It's like clearly one of those spaces that is functional and necessary, but at the same time you're like trying to make it really fun. Also, hi Liz, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for your kind words. That's really sweet of you to say. Yeah, a bachelor basement, exactly. I love that. That's so practical and fun, like at the same time. And again, I can see that combination of like warmer color scheme, but then still sneaking in the blue and the gray that comes like from upstairs over here. And I like how the outside is like the gray and the orange, bringing in that warm tone again. So in total, it like sort of brings it all together. I think that's so cool. You did such a great job at turning this super weird shell. Wait, I missed the balcony here. There's another balcony attached to the main bedroom, and there's like a little painting area. Imagine, oh my God, hold on. Imagine painting here. Like you're standing there, that's your view. If I actually said it, that's fair. That's fair. But I'm happy to hear that you're having such a good time. Okay, time to play one more TFT game before heading to bed. Yes, of course, Timbo. Thank you so much for being here. Have fun with your TFT game. I hope it goes very well. I know, right? It's the house, like the type of house out like the vacation app. Yes, of course, Maggie. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have some really good sleeps. But this is so well done. This is really, really well done. I love what you did with it. I love how you took all the weird shapes and made it into like a sensible space. And I love that you went out of your comfort zone. I think that is always one of the funnest things with shell challenges, is if people like dare to try something new, and you succeeded. Like, this is so good. I think my favorite part is the book nook. I really like the book nook. So I think it's time for a big round of applause in chat. For Donut, you did such a good job. Thank you for joining in on the shell. I hope you had the best time working on it. And I want to go here on a holiday, please. Thank you very much. But yeah, that means that we're going to move on to the next one, which is Carolina. And after that, we have Anna. And those are all the redeems for today. So just checking, if you're hanging out here and you haven't actually redeemed your shell, you can still do so for today, because I think I'll have time to still tour it. But if we get through the entire thing today, like if we get through the entire list, that's nice, because then I also don't have to start with like a backlog tomorrow. Then there is still more time for people to redeem tomorrow. But yeah, let's actually see where our tour is going to take us next. Let's see where this is. Again, very different style. Already excited. This seems like, I think Newcrest. Yeah. 30 by 20 Fern Park. Okay. Let's go. We're traveling back again. Our holiday is over, chat. Our holiday is over. Also, Jensen, welcome in. Ooh, yeah. I think, like, if I look at how long we've been taking for tours, most of them take like 10 to 15 minutes. So I think if you have 30 minutes, I think we should be able to make it to your tour as well. Absolutely. Fern Park. Watch it be the last one that I check. It was the last one that I checked. But that's fun. We're going to put it next to another shell. So they're going to be neighbors. I like that. That's cute. That is cute. Oh my God. Look at Suze. She's being so cute. Suze, I love you so much. She's like holding her own head. If cats do that, that is like, I don't know how to deal with that. Like, I get such huge amounts of cuteness aggression. You can sleep. It's okay. I just put my water bottle down. I know that you could hear that very loudly, but it's okay. You can snooze. Your cat just sat down on your chest because your lap is taken by your laptop. Valid, honestly. I mean, you have to do what you have to do, you know? Because not getting any cuddles is not an option. Also, Cass and Wicked and Felipe, welcome in. I hope you're all doing really well. It is so good to see all of you. Okay, let's place down the shell. I'm already super excited. Because again, very different styles, so I think that's going to be super fun. She hated my laptop, and she's right. Yeah, my cats also used to hate my laptop. I don't very often have my laptop on my lap anymore, but before I had a gaming PC, I would be gaming on my laptop on the sofa, and they would just like awkwardly sit next to me and then be irritated that the laptop was there. Thank you for the 35 stream streak. Let's freaking go. And Jensen, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak as well. Wait. Suit. Sometimes she really gets scared for nothing. Wait, this is so cool. This is so different. Okay, so I think judging by the size, I think you duplicated the shell as well, judging by the amount of pieces. So you could make like a big house. I like that. This is a very different style. But I like how this already looks like such a cozy family home with like the backyard and I always love it when there's like little corners where people put the trash can. That feels so realistic. And then like having the nice space to lounge back here. And then I see a nice pathway. Wait, you made it into like a little greenhouse. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I like that a lot. So there's like a little overhanging patio up here. with like the grill and stuff, and then that's a little greenhouse that we're gonna check out later. But this feels like very realistic landscaping. I feel like this could be a real backyard. You know, like it's not like fully landscaped. There's just little patches of flowers and plants, and it's like intentional, but not super curated. That's a difficult word to say, apparently. But I already really like this. I'm excited to check the inside of the house. There's a detail that I noticed that is something that I always forget to add, and I love it when I see people doing it. It's like adding rain pipes. I think I saw it on this side somewhere as well. Yeah, over here. Like that is such a small detail when it comes to like making a house that feels really, really realistic. And I always forget that we even have rain pipes in the game. So when I see people use that, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I should absolutely do that more often because it feels like such a good detail, you know? I just now realized that everything is free now. Wait, so if you go out for a night in town, everything's free? That's what that is about? I don't think I'd ever realized that either. Also, my leg fell asleep, and I don't know how I did that by just sitting on my butt. And I agree, the roofing is very well done because this build had some really weird shapes, and you made it look like a very consistent and like this piece, this connection here, brilliant. Apparently, oh, I already never really understood that holiday. Okay, let's go take a look inside. Ooh, I can still see part of that heart shape. I like it. That's fun. So if we enter here, we enter into like this nice open hallway. Already loving the colors, by the way, on the inside. This house feels really cozy immediately. Also, Luntic, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It looks realistic. I agree. Yeah. Wait, the bars and food stalls as well? How did I not even know this? Okay, 1 second. I have to put up my leg, but my thing that I'm sitting on, my heated blanket, like shifted again. Yeah, your sim should have a very fancy dinner. I love how I immediately shifted it again. I love this heated blanket, but the one thing that I don't like is how it sort of like slides on my chair. Like if I sit on it and if I lean back, it slowly starts to slide like downwards. And I have to fix it like multiple times a day. I think I should have put like little rubber. Potentially I could just buy that and stick it on it. Like at the bottom, it's now felt. Seuss, did you not like it when I stood up? Did that disturb your peace? The way she sighed when I said that, she's like, yes, human, you disrupted my peace. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay, well. The way she just yawned at me felt offensive. She like looked me dead in the eye and yawned. And she was like, I don't care. I don't care that you didn't mean to, but you did. You did, and you disturbed me, and now I'm awake, and I don't like it. But I agree. I love the colors on the inside. It feels very, very like welcoming and warm, and very like a genuine family home. But yeah, we have like a little hallway where everyone has like their shoes and you can drop your keys and stuff. And then from here, you can either go into like a living space. You can go upstairs. You can go into I guess like sort of the informal living area with the TV and a little table for card games. We have a beautiful office, by the way, which also has a great view onto the garden. I love this. Let's go, Jane. Let's go. Let's go. I know, right, Mark? I know. It's like cuteness aggression is striking. This is a beautiful office. I would love to work in here. I love how many plants there are in this house. It really feels like someone has a green thumb that lives here. This is so good. This is so good. I love this. And we have a bathroom up here. With both a toilet and a shower, so like a full bathroom. Over here, I think we have the more formal living area with the fireplace and like a nice place to read. And then we have a huge kitchen. That's actually really nice. I love the setup of this kitchen. I love the layout. Right? The furnishing is so warm and welcoming. I totally agree. But I love the little elements of blue that you added in here. But it still feels warm and welcoming. I really like this. And again, ooh, wait, you have the stairs stacked. So you can go upstairs and here you can go downstairs. I like that. That is very nice. And then with the wall to separate them from like the rest of the room, very smart. Then back here, they have a pantry. Let's go. And the pantry also leads into the garden. That is very nice. That's a smart way of using that space. That is a very smart way. And again, this is also very realistic. I think like if you have real houses, there is dead space. Like it just happens. That's like where the piping and the electricity and stuff goes. So I actually think, you know, sometimes when I see that in Shell Challenge, I'm like, yeah, but it makes so much sense. That is just very real. And I like that a lot. Very, very, very nice color scheme. Like it feels not just the color scheme, but also like the decorations and stuff, the way you placed it, it feels like really inviting. It really feels like a family home. If we go upstairs, so we arrive like over here at a big landing. Then we have the first bedroom, which I think is like a teenager's bedroom. Love the colors you used in here. I don't think I've ever used this color scheme. Because for some reason this color scares me. I think the only time that I used this was when I was playing with the mint generation of the Not So Berry, but seeing this, I'm like, I never include such technical spaces. No, me neither. Me neither. But I feel like if you're doing a shell challenge, you sometimes end up with those spaces almost automatically. And I then stress about it being like a weird floor plan, but I honestly like that they're there because it just makes sense. Then we also have the a hall bathroom with a full bathtub. So that is very nice. Again, love the color scheme in here. Then we have a little toddler bedroom. That is so cute. I almost feel like this could be a Not So Berry house. Like the mint. And then we have sort of like either peach or orange. Then we have blue. But then we have a kid's room here. That is very nice of having like that separation wall in here. I think that adds for a really smart floor plan. That is good. And like the kid is into painting. That is super cute. And I really like this room. I feel like that's such a good color scheme. That's such a cute toddler's room. I really like it. And also the hamster and like all the decorations in the hallway. This feels like such a welcoming lived-in family home. And then over here we have the master bedroom that has its own ensuite bathroom. Again, such warm and inviting colors. And using different wallpapers and like details on the wall and ever. This room divider thing, I think this one came with High School Years, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll double check for you. Oh no, it came with Businesses and Hobbies. Sorry. Businesses and Hobbies. This is so stunning. I love, love, love like the entire floor plan and the layout. It's just like, it feels like such a real house. Like it really feels like such a real house. And that is like a real talent to do in The Sims, to bring a home to life. So you did amazing. So then let's go downstairs. Oh, I love that again. Oh, okay. So if you come downstairs, first and foremost, it is very much like a basement area. We have a little laundry area back here with a table to fold the laundry. That is so realistic. You can walk around and then we have like this is just like storage. They have all the Christmas decorations and everything and like the Christmas tree and stuff. Love that. That is such a real thing. Again, bringing that house like to life. Back here, I see like all the stacked tables and everything. Again, just making it a realistic basement. And then we have a small little home gym back here. Again, very realistic. Like it just makes sense. This could be a real house. And again, the heart shape is fully intact. It is so smart how it's placed. Like that diagonal wall like this, genius. I am in absolute awe of this shell. You did so well. We still have the greenhouse to check. So like, can't believe it. There's so many good things. And I love that you use this sort of like weird spaces, combined them like this, and then made it into a cutesy little greenhouse. That is adorable. I like this so much. This is so good. Oh, I can just see my sim gardening in here. Living here with like the entire family. This is really, 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 really well done. You made, like, genuinely, you didn't just make a house, you really made a home. And that is, again, I'm gonna keep saying it, but that's such a feat in The Sims, because you're literally just placing objects. Like, it's hard to bring that to life, but this really feels like a build that people are actively living in. So you absolutely smashed it. I think it is time for a big, 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 big round of applause in chat for Carolina. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you had a really fun time working on this shell. You did a phenomenal job. I feel so inspired. There's like so many little details that just make me want to build again. So thank you for joining in. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Absolutely love it. And then we're going to do Anna's tour. Hold on. Let's go into the game. I think you can... Is that still within time for you, Anna? Also, hi, Boo. Why does your alert not work? Oh, because there's a comma. You added a comma at the end of your name. But enjoy your deep lurk. Enjoy. Ooh, very different vibes again. Are we in Tartosa? Is this Tartosa? No. There we go. This is not... Windenburg, okay. I was doubting because the grass looks so muted. Susie's on the cat cam. What? The way she immediately cleans herself. She's like, ew, disgusting. Now I reek like human. Scott also got cuteness aggression. I said you also got cuteness aggression when you gave her all the kissies. I don't think she's really disgusted by touch. Like, she enjoys being cuddled, but she always deep cleans herself right after. Stinky human hands, yep. Kissies. But then the weird thing is she'll sleep, like, basically against me when we go to bed at night. Like, she'll come lay, like, sort of on my side. I'm like, everything on this side of the bed smells like me. But when I touch you, you're like, ew. But you'll sleep on my clothes and you'll sleep on my side of the bed. I'm like, then why am I disgusting? That doesn't make any sense.
Wow, man, that's good.
I think it is on the island here somewhere, isn't it, Anna? Pier Palace Lot. Does it say in the description? That you actually wrote that it's Windenburg. Exactly. Yeah. Pier Palace. There we go. Yeah, it's probably that it messes with her fur, so she puts that back in order. Aziz? Yeah. You always have to be such a pretty looking lady. She's so silly. I love her so much. Okay. Let's place this down. I'm very excited to see this. It's again, I feel like a very different style. So this is a vacation rental. So this is supposed to be a house where you go to when you want to take a nice and calming break, because judging by this area, you would have no people around you. Like this area would be so perfect for a really peaceful vacation. Ooh, I am already seeing. Oh my goodness, that's wait. There's 2 front doors. There is 2. Is this 2 different? What? You basically mirror that. I'm trying to mass this together. That is so good. That is such a smart idea. So it's 2 different vacation rentals. Let's actually go inside and take a look. So they're super tiny, you say. So the first house, like if you come in, this is such a, and like I know I've toured multiple of your shells. So like I know what you can do. This is not the first time that I'm seeing one of your builds, but you always blow me away with every single new build that you do. This use of space of putting the kitchen around the stairway is like, that is so smart. And it actually looks really cool as well. Like I would normally be like, yeah, that stairway cannot go in the kitchen. Like I would be like, yeah, there's no way that I can I would struggle where I put the stairs. And you actually just incorporate it into the design and then it works. I would throw all my groceries down the stairs. Just like put them here, then the bag falls and everything falls down. I would probably do the same. Probably do the same. Yes, that is a good point. But in The Sims, it works. But I love this. So you enter, then you have like the big kitchen with a breakfast bar. And there's like a high table for if you actually want to have a more extensive meal, I guess. Cute living room. I also really like the color scheme that you went for. I'm a sucker for like browns. It just like they just make the space feel so warm. I really like it. And then on the other side, we kind of have the opposite. So here we have the darker brown kitchen, very similar layout, but not entirely the same. So it's like just like a real vacation rental. I feel like they both have their own take on it. It's like the same layout, but not entirely. Like both of the houses have their own little charm. I love all the decoration. You placed so much clutter. So many of these things. Like for anyone who doesn't know, those are all like separately placed items. The huge TV, I love that you sized it down to actually fit the space. It works really well. It works really well. So here, yeah, exactly. We have like the nice chocolate brown, and then here it's more like a cooler toned brown. And then seeing them next to each other is just so perfect. And then I like how you use this space to add greenery that they can see from both of the kitchens. And then they both have like a really nice outdoor space with the sunken hot tub and like a grill and stuff. Just so incredibly realistic for a vacation home. Yeah, exactly. Such a concept that it only works in The Sims, but in The Sims it works really well. I know, it is sized down and is still ginormous. That TV is like literally that, I think, no, I think that's the normal size. Yeah, this is medium wall height. So that is the normal size. Like if I size it up once, but then still it's huge. But then on either side, we have a stairway that goes up. This is this part like absolutely blows my mind. So we have 2 bedrooms for both of the apartments. Oh, I forgot the description. Oh my God, you're so right. You're so right. Let me really quickly go read that. Small vacation rental house in Windenburg, perfect for two couples who appreciate a unique architectural design. If you enjoyed weird shapes and corners, this vacation rental has a lot to offer. It is so good. Yeah, I feel like that's a perfect description for this exactly. No, but still, it gives you context about what your vision was for the build, so it's always good to read it. But also thank you for the follow just now. I appreciate it. This is so good. Like, this feels so realistic. I love that you have like the suitcases and then there's the basket with like the additional blankets. And again, this one is the darker brown, like the chocolate brown one. And this is like the lighter wood tone one. Love the big mirror as well. This is so good. This is such a weird shape. I'm incredibly impressed with how you managed to make that into like 2 bedrooms. And I love the space in between. Like, for some reason, that just like the symmetry of this build. Hi, Kath. Welcome in. It's good to see you. The symmetry of this build, like, just it tickles my brain in all the right ways. I also like that you have the seating area up here. Like, if you come out of the bedroom, you can just go sit here, because look at the view that you would have. Like, if you walk out of here, like if you wake up in the morning and you can just go sit here and see the sunrise. Let's see if there's a sunset or a sunrise on that. No, I think actually the sunrise would be here. That's gorgeous. That is absolutely stunning. And then obviously we also have the basement. Oh, let's go. Okay, so it has both of the apartments, has a little laundry area. Very nice for a vacation rental, actually. What is that from? Weave wooden shelf. I don't think I've ever seen that item. Oh, it's from one of the newer ones. That's so good. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. So that's like some extra storage for like towels and products and stuff. But that explains why I haven't seen it, because I haven't really checked out the kits. I just installed them. And then we have 2 like really fancy bathrooms. So you enter and then you have a step up into the shower. Again, like same layout, different vibes. This is so well done. And there's like a little, over here the toilet is here, and over here the toilet is in like a little corner. Also very fun that you like made slight changes here and there. The art in the bathrooms, I think that is no CC art from the gallery. Yeah, I love that. I always forget that's a thing. I should really use that more often because it's so good. It is so good. I am literally, like, my mind is blown. You did such a great job at working. Like, it's almost like you were really working with the shapes instead of trying to go against them. You weren't trying to hide the shapes. You like, oh no, Seuss. Seuss is gone. She's like, no, I don't want to hang out here anymore. Okay. Well, then goodbye. I like how they swapped the shower color with the rugs in the bathroom. Hold on. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Such good details. Anna, you literally blow me away every single time with your shell challenges. I think at this point, you know, but you are a phenomenal builder. You have built in so many different styles as well for the shell challenge that you've done. Mind is absolutely blown. Mind is absolutely blown. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, thank you, Esther, for the reminder. I think we can do a big round of applause for Anna. And then we have one more shell for today. So we're going to still do Jane's tour, because then we've actually completed the entire queue for today, which I think is a nice clean slate for tomorrow. I might do like a little poll in the Discord to upfront check how many people still want to have their shell toured, like just during the day. I got modded. What? I got modded where, how, when, what, who? Now you can go to the dentist. Good luck at the dentist. I hope everything goes super well. And thank you so much again for joining in. I appreciate it. But yeah, I might do like a little poll, because I feel like all the people that I know talked about doing the shell, most of them have been here today already. And we have actually done, oh, by uptime. We have actually done quite a lot of tours today. I feel like because this shell challenge wasn't ginormous, we were able to go through the tours pretty quickly. So maybe we won't have too many tours tomorrow, and then we can try to do them in the beginning of stream and then after do something else. Or if like no one wants their shell still toured, then tomorrow I might do something else. Like I'll just do a little check-in with the community to see how many people still wanna have a tour. But we're gonna now do Jane's shell. I'm excited. And that will be the last one for today. Oh, again, very different. Okay, there's lot challenges. Magnolia Blossom Park is a historic park where Willow Creek inhabitants from all walks of life can come together to enjoy nature in a lush green environment. Okay, so it's the 50-50. That's I think I'm guessing you actually built it on the Magnolia Blossom Park lot then. That is so exciting. Also, Adu, welcome in. It's really good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Me too, you. Literally always. It's missing a bit of detail. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's still going to be absolutely fabulous. Let's go, Adu. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, of course. I'm so happy you got it. I hope you have so much fun with it. I love the Sims tree. It deleted your description. Wait, that was not your description? Oh, no. Well, feel free to tell me your description here in chat. I can still read it. You're already loving it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I really like the Sims tree. I actually have a task on like my backlog that I still have to pick up. I've been like moving it around every single week because I don't have time for it because so many other things come in between. But I'm hoping that I think either like towards Christmas or towards the new year, I'll actually have like, I know the empty worlds look weird, right? But like, I'm hoping to have some time to update my Sims trees as well, because it's been a while since I've updated all my stories. But it's one of those things that I just really want to sit down for because I want to like properly write down what has happened. I don't want to like rush over it. Also, hi, Yulika, welcome in. It's good to see you. And Melly, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. Okay, let's go grab this. But again, Jane, if you still want to like explain anything or feel free to like put something in chat here, of course, then we can still read it. Then we can still read it. I know, me too. Shell tours are so fun. I always feel so inspired after, like, I just get like that itch to build because I see everyone doing such creative things and I'm like, oh, I want to do like this build and this build and this build. So I don't know. They're always like one of my favorite times. Yes, I'll slowly admire the lot. I'm sorry. What? I'm literally just stuck on this detail already. Like, I'm already blown away. That's so cool. Okay, I will wait for the description before, like, I actually tour anything. Can we see in live mode? So the thing is, because this is an empty save file, I don't think I have a sim here. I can go try. And now that we've placed the lot, and considering Jane is still writing the description, we might have one sim in here. I don't want to go like in cast and make an entire sim. I think that would take too much time, but I think there should be one active sim in this world. Oh, currently not in world. Well, then I have to move you in somewhere. You can go live there. And then we can play and visit the lot. I think that'd be fun. Now I'm so curious. So curious for the description as well. But yeah, then we can travel there. Then we can see the fountains in action. That's actually a good idea. Okay, let's actually go. The last Hunger Games movie, and it was actually good. I know, right? I know. Like the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. In honor of Movember 25, I built a rehabilitation center, a home for young men from difficult and potentially criminal backgrounds coming together trying to find their way back into society, taking care of their own necessities and being taught useful skills for their future while connecting with each other and moving in nature. Wait, that's super cool. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. There is a lot of Berlin in the film. Yeah, they shot like so much. Wait, that's really cool. Okay, that is actually a really good description. Also, hold on. We have to get the best view. So it's gonna be sunny. Actually, well, there is a mailbox here, so I can change the season. No, I can just change the season here. It's summer. There we go. Then actually everything looks pretty. But that is such a cool idea. I love that. Okay, I'm just waiting for it to be sunny. No, honestly, bestie. I don't really care. Like you're here, but where can I teleport you to so you'll be out of my way? Teleport here, please. Come on. There we go. So I wanted to see the fountains. That is cool. Let's go. Okay, I'm still waiting for it to become sunny. It's slowly becoming sunny, I think. And then I want to pause because then I don't want to like see all the Sims that are spawning in. They're gonna be in my way. It could be a very fun game challenge. Yeah, I feel like this could be also like in terms of storytelling. I think this is something that I really like to do, either like Not So Berry challenge or Pack Legacy, but it's a challenge for me to make imperfect Sims. Like, I think I'm very tempted to make Sims that are living like a very idyllic life, that have like a perfect family and, you know, that are like, they don't have any hardship or anything. And I think for me, it's a fun way of challenging myself to keep my gameplay interesting is to actually make Sims that are struggling or that are like not perfect and have like active flaws and stuff. Like, and actually incorporate that into the storytelling. And I feel like a lot like this can be such a good way to sort of incentivize yourself to tell a story like that, where maybe one of your Sims has kind of fallen off and they joined like a criminal career or something like that. And then they like through a program come in contact with a place like this, and they, you know, get back on the right path, and they like work and make friends for life and stuff like that. I think that could be such a cool story to tell. But yeah, it really looks like an eco village. I love how you use all the parts and like created different zones almost. It's really cool. But yeah, okay, so when you arrive at the lot, I love the mustaches. I love what you did here. That's such a cool idea. That is so creative. And then over here, it's basically like that's like the main entrance gate. Although I think, so we also have an entrance here. So I think that's like the entrance into the courtyard. And then there's also an entrance here that leads into this building. Although I don't know if you can, yeah, you can also enter from this side. So it can be like that one. Gotta buy tickets for Werchter. Oh, I still have to do that as well. Also, I love that you absolutely dominated in the game. Let's freaking go. Huh? Why? Oh. Oh. We have to actually visit. Oh, no one lives here because, okay, so I have to actually go into build mode to tour it. We saw the fountains, but I now have to go into build mode because otherwise I literally can't go into the building. I just realized that. I was like, huh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, then I can also make it daytime. Then it's actually quadrupled the shell. That is very brave. I was just about to say, that's like, it's a lot of pieces, but that is very brave. It's also a big lot. It was painful, I can imagine, yeah. Okay, but when we enter here, you can either enter through here or enter through the courtyard. This is like, I think this is more like a common space. If I see this, there's like a shared kitchen back here, and there's like a living room area, place for them to play foosball and table tennis, and it's like a little dining hall almost, like where they can have food together. They can play darts. Back here we have a little gym. I like that. That's a very nice looking room. Like a lot of light. I think that'd be very nice to work out in. Like it could also get a bit warm, but you can open some windows, so that's good. And then from here we have some stairs going up. And up here we have, this looks like a little library, like a little workspace. That also has an area to go outside. There is a DJ area where they can have like a little party, and that's above the gym. I like that. That's cool. That's a cool spot to pick for that. And then we have some like chess tables. I think this is woodworking, so they can like get to, I don't know, like crafting and stuff. I know. Yes. The windows with the bars in front. I like that too. And then over here we have an arts class, like sort of like a place where they can follow classes, but also where they can make music and where they can paint. That's so nice. I feel like this is such a thoughtful build already. Yeah, as teenagers, they have homework to do. Exactly. That makes total sense. And then from here, we have basically like these two adjacent buildings. And I like this. I was about to say, I wonder what this is, but I love how you have like the pool and then you have that area just for like some towels and stuff so they can be in the shade. Then there's like fire pits and stuff. That is cute. There's gardening areas. There's a little courtyard where they can play basketball and everything. That is so nice. Okay, so I think that's like the common space. And then obviously we haven't checked the basement yet. I don't know where those are, but I'm thinking this is like, yeah, this is like the dorms. So they'll come in here and then they have like a little laundry area. They have a little kitchenette and a living room, but like not fully, because obviously the whole point is that they have the common space. So that's where they'd go. Then they have a dormitory for 2 of the guys. And oh yeah, there, I was like, where's the door? But they have like their own bathroom. And then over here we have, oh, interesting. Wait, how does that work? So are there supposed to be 2 desks here, or is that? Yes. I think Jane might have turned auto lights on because all the lights are off. But I can't change that. But I don't know what happened here with the desks. Also, it seems like there's like 2 bedrooms. I was just about to say, like, what happened here with the big bed? It seems like 2 of the rooms merged somehow. Because I feel like that column and this desk also is not supposed to be here. That is bugged. Okay, no, that's what I was thinking. That is so weird. That is really weird. Okay, but we fixed it. Okay, yeah, it should be a dorm room. That's what I was assuming based on the other room. So we basically have a house for 4 guys. And there's a ladder to go upstairs. And then up here, they have their own little like living room, gaming room. Oh, we have a bedroom. Also, this is another bedroom. Nice. Okay, so this is a little almost like apartment. Wait, this is not supposed to be like this either? Or is it? But it has like an ensuite and its own little balcony, but you can also climb up here. So every sim can still access this. Okay, there's an adult living that takes care. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So we have the same over here. This is like the apartment then for the adult being there to care for them as well. And then over here, we basically have the same layout, I think. So it's like another one of those apartments. I like how there's like basically the dorm rooms. I feel like that feels super realistic. We have another bathroom. This dorm room also has its own bathroom. So they're basically like mirrored from each other. That is very nice. I like that. That's a really cool concept. I like how that also keeps like the heart shape, sort of. The floor plans are very well done. Like you managed to use this space very smartly. I like that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I hope you enjoy your sleeps. And then the question is, where are the stairs to the basement? Because I know there is a basement, but I'm trying to figure out how we're supposedly going to get there. Wait, Jane, where's the basement? Where did the basement go? I'm confused. Or did you move the basement to above the ground? You turned the basement into the... I would have never ever recognized that as what? That's so smart. You were like, get rid of the basement, make it a pool. That is so smart. Also, I love that. I just realized there's a soccer ball here. I love that because that's such a good open field to play soccer. This is really nice. Like, I love, love, love the backstory. This is definitely, no, that was not forbidden. Exactly. I don't think I had ever thought about it. Added like diamond shaped one. It's so genius. It's very smart. I would have never guessed that was the basement. Like it blends in so well. I just was like, oh, you went for like a really funky pool shape. I like it. But this, like, I feel like you went for such a creative take on the shell. Like, not just in terms of what you did with it, but also like literally the concept that you came up with. It's a really thoughtful take. I think it's again, a community lot is so cool. I love the fountain so much. That is such a genius idea. I am really, 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 really impressed with what you did with this. Making a big community lot on a 50 by 50, quadrupling the shell. Like, you really went above and beyond. And I love the whole vibe that you went for. Like, this really genuinely feels like such a realistic build as well. So thank you for joining in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I absolutely love it. I think it is time for a massive round of applause in chat for Jane. It was fun to be frustrated with all the rooms. I can only imagine. I mean, I've done it, but I feel like you definitely, with quadrupling the shell, quadrupled the frustration that comes with it as well. But thank you so much for joining in. I had a really good time touring today. You guys like all absolutely aced it. I am, yeah, blown away. Absolutely blown away with what all of you created today. It's like, it's so good. It's so good. Every single one of you has done a phenomenal job today. We saw so many different styles. We went from like super modern to castles to this. It's like, and everything in between, it feels like. From like really cozy family homes to very, very styled rentals. I feel like this was just, yeah, I'm blown away. I'm very inspired. Now I want to build again as well. But also, Juliet, welcome in. It's good to see you. I'm gonna tick that one off. I'm gonna pause the redemptions just to make sure that people don't redeem it as I'm offline or something. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna do a little poll, I think, in the Discord, to just do a double check. Thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate it, and thank you for the biddies. I appreciate that as well. Look, MTQ. Juliet, thank you so much for the biddies as well. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think then for today, I'm gonna wrap up because my voice is tired. I am tired, which is not weird because I streamed very long yesterday and very long today, and we have another long day coming up tomorrow. Hello, thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll do a little poll in the Discord to just do a double check to see if there's enough people for like another full shell tour tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll just do something else. I don't know what yet, but if there's enough people, we'll do another shell tour. Like, I'll just have to see. But I feel like we did quite some tours today. I think I actually did more than I normally do. I think if I counted correctly, we did like 8 or 9 of them. So, yeah. Let me actually see who we can raid. Ooh. Let me see if she's actually still alive. I see someone that I'd love to raid. But I hope they're not ending yet. Okay, they're not ending. Oh, I know where we're gonna go. I don't get to raid her very often because our stream times don't overlap. That's what I was thinking, Yule, yeah? That's what I was thinking. I was like, if like there's not enough shell tours, or even if we only do like half a stream of shell tours, I was thinking that I'll probably boot up Town of City because you have no idea how badly I'm craving Town of City. Like, it's been like in the back of my head. I'm like, I want to play so bad. But I knew that this week we had shell tours, and then on Friday I would definitely be playing Girly Pop. We can also play some Town of City, I think, on my birthday stream. Like, we're gonna do baking in the morning, and then in the evening we actually picked a date with Girly Pop Sunday evening. So on my birthday stream we're gonna defeat the Ender Dragon, and I definitely want to come along this time. So I was thinking we could probably go live a bit early and like prepare for it, get all of our tools and stuff ready, because I don't want to take my netherite armor. I don't want to take like all my good tools. I'm just gonna make like a second set of tools and, you know, get some basic enchants on maybe like my bow and my sword, and just take that. But yeah, that'll be like the first time that I'm gonna find the Ender Dragon. I think we're gonna start doing that at 9, which is kind of perfect because that means that when we go into the end, we fight the Ender Dragon, we still then have some time afterwards to hang out with the Girly Pops and actually explore the end, maybe get an Elytra and stuff. I think that would fit perfectly with stream. So on Sunday evening, we'll be playing Minecraft for sure, like basically after dinner time. But after baking the cupcakes and in between that and dinner time, I think we'll still have some time to potentially play another game. And I was thinking Town of City as well. So, I guess if we already return to it tomorrow, return to it tomorrow. But otherwise, I think Sunday, I definitely want to play Town of City for my birthday, because I love that game. And I only played, like, I played on stream, and then the day after I played like 3 hours for myself, but I haven't played it since. And they have a new update. They added like animals to the game, and it's really cute. So I've just been like dying to play. But I think I know where we're gonna go. We are gonna go say hi to Meggie. Meggie's playing Minecraft right now. And she is, I'm not joking. Meggie is one of the most talented builders. I don't know if they have farm animals, but it's like, at least I know swans and like ducks and stuff that you can add to the pond. So you can like decorate they also added pond decorations, and it's really cute. Also, Bumblebee, welcome in. Yeah, it got updated. It got like an update last week. I saw a couple of people play with it, and I don't know how big the update is, but just in general, like I feel like there's actually still adding things to the game, which I think is just great. Yeah, I was gonna say, we're gonna go say hi to Meggie. Meggie is currently building in her own forever world, and I think if you've ever thought about cozy, absolutely visually stunning Minecraft. I know that yesterday we jokingly said like Minecraft is always ugly, but if there's anyone who can make Minecraft not ugly, it's Meggie. She is an incredibly talented builder. She's currently playing, like I said, in her forever world, and she's made this absolutely stunning village. And she has the best vibes. Yeah, I'm raiding out. Sorry. I'm so sorry, but we've passed our stream time for today, but I'll be back tomorrow. So tomorrow we have co-working and a gaming stream. We'll see what that looks like. And then on Thursday we have IRL co-working, so it's a little bit shorter. But I'll be like in a fun IRL place. And then on Friday we have gaming, and then on Sunday we have my birthday stream. So plenty of streams coming up this week. But yeah, if you're hanging out here and you would like to join our Discord, that's where you can find my schedule as well in your personal time zone. It's also where we hang out with the community outside of stream hours. Feel free to join us. We would absolutely love to have you there. If you want to follow me on any of my other socials, if you want to see any of my other content, I have a gaming YouTube channel where you can mostly find all of that. I've recently started posting variety content on my gaming YouTube channel. So it used to be a Sims only channel, but I now have like a little series where I'm playing through a bunch of cozy games for the first time. Those are edited down from streams. And I'm also soon going to start posting girly pop SMP content. So I've been editing that down into YouTube videos as well. So if you enjoy Minecraft, that might be your cup of tea too. And yeah, I think that's all the most important information. Sure. And also I'm pretty active on Instagram. So if you want to follow me there, you can do that too. Soon to be Town to City only channel. I don't expect that, but I would love to do. I mean, I submitted the first time we played Town to City to my editor to make it into a video. So there's going to be at least one Town to City video. Like at least one. I love that game. It's really good. It's really fun. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. We're gonna go say hi, like I said, to Maggie. Maggie is absolutely amazing. I'm 100% sure that you guys will love her. She has the bestest vibes. And if you're coming along, feel free to copy and paste one of the raid messages. You can use the ones with the emotes if you're sub to the channel. And otherwise, you can use the ones with the regular emojis. I somehow just copied only one butt emoji. Not the entire raid message. Just the butt. There we go. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you to everyone who entered the shell. Thank you to everyone who shared their incredible creativity. I feel very creatively rejuvenated, so thank you. And yeah, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. We can do just a butt raid, just butts. Just butts. But yeah, I'll see you guys either tomorrow or later this week. But I appreciate you, and I hope you all have a great rest of your time zone. Thank you so much for being here.